my number figured out, a motive born in drought and brevity. And if I'm not the soul of your design, I blatantly decline your remedy. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. Wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind, ignoring all the signs, if I lose the fight, I still rage against the night. Don't box I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine.
And welcome to the Season 18 Challenger Grand Finals. I'm joined here today with Jadaiski, otherwise known as TJ, and Barber, two of the players for the Argonauts, to break down their team and players. And we're just going to jump right in. So, tell me about Knees Wreckage. I mean, this guy's an MVP, is currently the MVP candidate for Challenger.
Yeah, that's right. We were, I think, so a little behind the scenes on that. We had Vampy, who was our IGL at that time, and we're just looking to make some changes just with the dynamic of the team generally. And we started playing with Knees. He's a really calm, chill person who shoots really hard when you let him off the leash. So we played with him, and even before the match, I was already talking to, I think it was TJ and some other people, just getting their thoughts, like, regardless of how he does in his first match, because they don't know the system, they kind of square peg, round hole kind of thing. But I mean, he just popped off. And I was like, all right, it just confirms that, like, this guy can kind of transcend, like, the sub awkwardness. And that's what you need in that, you know, mid-season pickup. Talk to Soma, I think, too, because Soma's, like, really good friends with him. Nick's good friends with him. So a lot of people knew about this guy. He's a friendly guy. He's really nice. I like Knees a lot. And yeah, I was surprised he was sitting on the FA table for a long person.
Yeah. And so to lead into like my last question about him, is he kind of like I feel like there's probably a better comparison out there, but kind of like the Donk, right? Like, how much are you guys like investing into this one player and him being able to pop off in the server?
I don't think it's a ton of us sitting there and it's not like, hey, Donk, go kill.
Yeah.
It's more, Knees, what do you feel comfortable with? And when he's like, I really want to swing this corner, I want to go fight this, we're there to back him up for it. We're not trying to throw him into, entering a spot he doesn't want to. We're letting him pick his fights, and because of it, he's thriving, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And I think all four of the other players on the team, including myself, are like very comfortable throwing supportive util. That's not what we always do, but I think everybody knows flashes and everybody calls for their flashes. So when they see him starting to edge a corner and like look for some space, we'll just say, hey, Knees, we're going to flash you around the corner kind of thing. Like, it's very much on like exactly like TJ was saying, more of a feel. Like, we don't want to try to have a solid game plan and just be like, Knees, you're going to do this round. We're going to do this. You're going to do, like, it's just a little bit structured. And sometimes that falls apart more than just relying on his instincts and then kind of playing off that in the mid round.
How do you guys feel so far about, kind of the ups and downs of the season?
There was a massive change between just how we were playing and how we felt at the midway point of the season. And it's really obvious with our record. When we start, it's kind of like the troubles every team has at the beginning of a season, where you're, especially with guys that we just really haven't played a ton with before. We just couldn't really feel out how we wanted to really roll and run with it. And that shows with the scores that we had. I mean, we got absolutely destroyed, I think, on our first 3 games because they were losses. And when you start off the season 0-3 like that, it really hurts. And part of, I guess, getting that focus and that centering back to the team really was pulling Knees in, as we were kind of talking about. Having Knees come in as a really strong rifler and transitioning Bar back into calling just kind of centered and it leveled the ship, basically. It kind of let us play a little more carefree, and because of that, we just started to improve our moods and eventually improve the gameplay from it.
Yeah, really well said. I think it was very much like we were trying to be very prescriptive early in the season, and there is definitely, I think, room for that. But I just don't think it was like a strong fit with our style at the start. And I think we saw a lot of those growing pains. But I also feel like regardless of shifting Knees in or sticking with Vampy from early, like, I still think we would have had like a pretty monumental improvement, just because for me personally, it takes me a while to kind of warm up and like feel out like how everyone else plays and find the best ways I can support them or fill the gaps in the roles. And I think when you have a lot of players like that, everything, once it clicks and starts aligning, you start to build up a lot faster. And that's what it felt like when, not only did Knees come in and fill a very important role in the team to be that like person who can just run and gun, but it also really like we started to build up in parallel to that a lot. And we finally figured out our map pool. So that was nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good segue for me into the map pool discussion, because I'm gonna put a little pressure here from just a brief glance. You guys kind of look a little bit like a 2-trick pony in the Ancient and Dust 2 area. I mean, what do you guys think about that?
I definitely think part of that really was the growing pains at the beginning of the season. The maps that we were playing at the beginning, I mean, we started off with Overpass, Ancient, and then Nuke, and 2 of those 3 are more technical maps where you need util, you need your team to really work well together, and we just weren't at that spot at the beginning of the season. Which kind of throws you off of playing it for the rest of it when you sit there and go, oh, we really like these 2 maps, and then get destroyed on them. It knocks you down a peg. And we have come back with it. I know we had the win against Sav on Nuke, as well as the win against AVI and Mirage, which one of the, we never played that in the season, and we stopped playing Nuke because of that big loss at the beginning of the season.
And the win against AVI and Inferno. So those are 3 maps that are outside of our regular season, like typical pool. But I would actually say the opposite. Like I would actually say our map pool is, I'm not going to leak too much, but
yeah, of course.
I think I'll say this: we feel very confident on all 7 maps.
I'm very curious, if you guys have had any thoughts about them being this like puggy run around with shotguns. Like, has there been any anti-shredding at all? Like,
so I wouldn't classify us as a highly technical structured team. I would classify us more as, we look for the gaps. So if you're going to run at us and play a little loose, we're going to punish you. And I'll say we were rooting for HR in that semifinal.
You think they're punishable?
Between them and FNL, I think it was going to be easier for us to kind of understand what HR was doing. I know you kind of brought up like the more technical teams and stuff, and I've played with Clue a ton. I know Bar has as well. I know Clue loves to sit there and try to set up plays, but then we'll also just be like, you know what, we're taking shotguns down, mid on Dust 2 or something. He'll just throw a random curveball in, whereas FNL just kind of felt like it was a dice roll every time.
Like every
I mean,
round.
they had a fantastic run up getting into playoffs and getting through their playoff matches.
They had a lot of momentum behind them.
But just kind of seeing how they played, how both teams played, especially watching their match, because ours ended early or theirs started late or one of the two. We were very comfortable, like sitting there and going, we kind of understand what HR is going for. We think we can play against this and able to counter it.
So what would you guys say is like your biggest strength as a team?
That, like, not even being toxic, like punishing people for their mistakes would be our strongest.
We've been very good at finding the gap in teams.
Yeah, or even like the response, like y'all's response to like what a team is, coming up with. It sounds like.
Yes, and it's got really good at responding to teams. Now, they weren't always the best responses, but it was enough for us to, instead of it being a domination every time, we were getting, rounds down to 1v1s or last second defuses and starting to push games and maps that teams should have been crushing on the full distance. There weren't really a ton of, minor maps for us. It was either games were going, 22, 23, 24 rounds, or we were just sweeping because we were finding the gaps. We were finding the gaps, finding the weakness, and being able to punish on it. And I think we absolutely fully demonstrated that on Dust 2 against Sav and Inferno against AVI.
But our true skill lies in evolving faster than the other teams do in the mid rounds. And that is just because we have so many people who are so good at throwing utility and being supportive. We have so many people who have good ideas. Every single person on our team is incredibly strategically minded and comes up with suggestions or has little micro plays. And the more that we can quickly adapt off of that and get good instincts to read into those situations, I think the more that we continue to progress.
Have you guys have you at any point kind of worked on resilience ever, or
Chally in itself this season has just been absolutely insane. Comparing this season to last season, it's night and day. Last season we had teams that were just blowing out everyone else. You sat there and went, yeah, these teams are going to be the top, they're going to win. Whereas this season everyone's been so close. I really don't think we're bothered by all of these games going to a third map. We know everyone, because it was almost a complete and total mix-up for picking the seeding for playoffs.
And I think a lot of it too is just kind of going back to some of the earlier points I've mentioned about the team dynamic. We have a lot of people who, everybody tilts, everybody gets upset. I get probably more upset than all these guys do on the team, to be honest. But it's about having people that contribute positively. So when you have somebody who gets upset, you understand that and you can help the whole team move past it, as a group. And, nobody blames anybody if somebody gets upset about some, bullshit way they died. Like, you're just like, yep, I understand what that feels like. Like, that's cool. Like, what do we need to work on to like fix it? And then we don't blame anybody. Everyone's got a good rally mentality on the team. I mean, a lot of people just transcend the bullshit and just, if we're down, we play like we're up, like it's a confidence game half the times. And we're really confident.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've actually heard Knees or Gravy say like anything negative outside of like well, that was a lucky shot or something. Like they're both just insanely calm. I know I do try to stay calm. I don't know Bar does, but every now and then something kind of gets you. But those two guys, I genuinely don't think I've heard a single complaint from.
Gravy is a rock, dude. And I mean, I only say that because I played with them 2 seasons. Knees is a rock too. Those guys are
they just don't care.
Impervious until.
Well, best of luck to you guys in the finals. I'm going to hand things over to my future self, who will be breaking down the Argonauts' opponents, the High Rollers, with an exclusive word from Clueless and Parrish. So stay tuned for that.
ATL up, HR down.
All right, and we are back. This time, I'm joined with Clueless and Parrish. And yeah, to just jump right in, one of the big thoughts on my mind is about kind of the play styles between your two teams. And having talked with the ATL guys, is they are very much more of the structured team coming into this grand finals, whereas you guys are, more considered, I think, like the vibes-based team.
What? I think that I joked that we had like early practices a bit, and then not that they didn't go well or anything. I think it's just been like I think we've done our best whenever we had a whole talk where it's like embrace the chaos. We're just kind of full vibesing out, doing our best as we can.
We have a few messages in our Strats channel that just says Parrish go shoot, Parrish, or everyone is Parrish's bitch. Excuse my French. But and so it's fun being able just to go do my own thing every once in a while as the opper. But at the same time, it's very vibes. It's just kind of a Clue says something. Yeah, fuck it. All right, let's go. And then we go. If it's not working out, we have Char now, and he's been a huge mid-round voice for us who just goes no, which no one would say no before. So it's a good mix that we now have, and yeah, it's a fun time over there.
Yeah, I will say it is, Char and Sinky have both had some of that experience in Elite before. I'm not sure if that's like showing through.
I would say I pair a lot with Sinky on a lot of sites. So I think I would say he's kind of the like silent assassin. I would say, yeah, I think he has a lot of experience that shows through in gameplay. But I mean, I think that was kind of what was nice with bringing in Char is Char's very much more like a vocal that'll like kind of move people around, like kind of be when I need to focus on the crosshair, he's kind of there to direct people around and fill in that kind of comms gap that we probably have had in the past, and has the experience of just like, why aren't we like, we should, what was the one? There's just stuff where he'll just be like, we should just go B off of this. Like they just used all the util and I'm on the other side of the map. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. We should just do that. Versus like Sinky, like not that he's a bad player or doesn't comm or whatever. I just think he's definitely more of a like dialed in on his crosshair, dialed in on his what he's doing kind of guy. Which I think we have a lot of good players that I think tend to kind of fall in that realm. And so that's been like the best part of Char being in the roster, at least to me. It's kind of helped fill in that space so that when we need it.
Okay, and so tell me about Clutch. I know Clutch was one of our previous players to watch for kind of his big entering ability. How has he felt on the server so far?
Clutch goes in and gets 2. Every time someone goes in, you're always like, oh man, I hope they get 1. If Clutch goes in and only gets 1, we're struggling there. We're struggling, but he's going in every round and getting 2 or 3 and just opening up the round for us, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, Clutch is like I think I joke a lot with him that he's the bad dog. That a lot of times, if it's like Parrish go kill, if it's not Parrish go kill, it's Clutch go kill. Or sometimes Clutch don't do that and he's just gonna go in and kill 2 anyways. I mean, much like I think a lot of our team, it's kind of one of those things where it's like he's just super talented individually, but we are gonna, it's live and die by is Clutch gonna decide to kind of feel like I'm feeling it, let's swing in, versus is Clutch kind of feeling out of sorts and maybe he doesn't get those entries and sometimes, might accidentally give away a pick and then we gotta like repivot the round. But I would rather have Clutch on my team than have to deal with him jumping in and entering too,
Mhm.
and especially on
Absolutely.
pivotal rounds. It seems to always happen.
Absolutely.
So, like, with I guess all the teams being so close in record, like, is it just like an on day, off day type thing for you guys, or preparation? Like, what's causing these super one-sided score lines, even with the even competition?
I mean, I think it's a lot of just momentum because there are a lot of really good shooters in this tier and a lot of really good teams. Even the teams that didn't make playoffs, if they had 2 more games, they were going to make playoffs. Like they were winning games right at the end. And if a team can pick up the pistol round and then pick up that second round and then they get the first gun round, and you just kind of get that early head start, pretty easy to fall behind, especially early in the season when teams are still getting to know each other.
Yeah, I think it's similar. I would say it's probably same kind of idea that I would feel is that I think that for a lot of teams it's been very close, and for us I would say for sure it's a level of maybe just because we, as I've already joked, for better or for worse, we're kind of live and die by individual performances, and we've kind of bought into that, especially kind of towards the tail end of the season once we got Char picked up, where we just said, hey, like this is what our strengths are. Let's just play to try to enable our individuals best we can. I think there is a level of, until we kind of got our formula down, and kind of more recently with the playoffs having some time to prep, we can really like come in with a bit more ways of like, all right, how are we gonna against this team activate the right individuals? How do we make sure that we can try to bump our consistency? Where I think when you're kind of on the full, I guess, grind, for lack of a better term, of the normal season, it's a little harder to be like, all right, how do we prep for a team? How do we, giving the little bit of structure where we can get it can cause it to be a little more difficult at times, I think. And we definitely struggled with inconsistency throughout most of the season.
I think momentum being kind of the name of the game. That'll probably
Yeah.
be like a big part of finals to see how it goes.
Oh, for sure.
Stemming off of that conversation, let's talk about map pool a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I think that was kind of our initial. I was looking today at some stuff, and I think that's kind of where I was sitting. However, I was laughing when I was trying to look at kind of what are we expecting to. I really wonder, because they've been leaning these punish fix. That was sort of what we talked about today. I'm really interested to see what they think they're gonna lean towards for punish fix, because I think the maps currently, that weirdly enough, the maps that we've been losing on are some of these maps like Ancient or Mirage against some of these other teams in playoffs. And so I'm
Mhm.
curious if they'll lean into that and be like, oh, they've looked kind of bad recently. Or if they're going to lean more towards, hey, we might have the advantage even harder on some of these structured maps. But even then, I would argue we've actually looked really good in the couple of playoff rounds where people thought the past couple of times they could punish us. So
Yeah,
I'm curious to see where it ends up.
yeah, and I
We're
mean,
also trying to gentleman's agreement a Vertigo match in there, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Mm.
All I can say is not a lot, but we're gonna try our best. We're gonna pop off. It'll be fun. I expect it to be a fun match. Genuinely, I think it'll be. I think a lot of it'll ride on what the maps end up being.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I think I mean I joked with we were joking whenever we were doing. We're like we kind of was almost rather faced AVI than ATL.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I think ATL is the ability. I think they're one of the most disciplined teams. I wouldn't say that they're the most coordinated all the time. But I think they're probably one of the more frustrating teams that they'll sit there for 45 seconds to a minute and just kind of wait for you to make the mistake.
Yeah.
Kind of VPS at times, which can be annoying, especially on a team that wants to thrive on the individual. So I think a lot of the matchup will ride on, what maps get put in play, and then kind of how our individuals are feeling on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Which feels a little scary to say, but I think that's like I said, we gotta live and die by it if we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah.
I think it'll be a really fun series either way.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a generational battle of like two different, completely polar opposite styles, and so I'm super excited.
HR on top, baby.
HR on top. That's all we gotta say. That's all that's left, really.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Challenger Grand Finals between the Argonauts and the Card Counters. My name is Nick. I'm from the
I'm
Boo
Doodle.
crew. I'm joined with Doodle from FNL. We were both in season, 18 of CSC Challenger, so we're super familiar with these teams, and yeah, we're really hyped to go over this matchup today. Yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Doodle, what do you think about how these teams performed in the regular season?
I mean, both of these teams, if you were to look at the standings, both these teams were 3 and 4 in the grand scheme of things for challengers. So both these teams 7 and 5. Chally was a very close tier this season, and I mean both teams. I think with the starts they both had, both teams getting new rosters kind of midway through the season. I think they've done pretty well for themselves.
Yeah, you know what's wild is I was looking over this before, and I was like, how did they play against each other? They didn't. There's usually like one matchup where you don't play a certain team in the season because of like how many teams there are, and these two teams never played each other in regular season, so this is gonna be very unprecedented. Like there's no data on this, and like you said, they kind of had a couple roster switches, the big one being ATL picking up knees wreckage, like mid-season.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, if you look at like their record, all their big losses were before they got him. So it's pretty interesting. I'm really interested to see how that's gonna like change it up.
Yeah, and the same thing with the card counters. I mean, bringing in an elite player in place for Pulse there, I think that was really big for them. I mean, HR, they seem to have an electric start to the season, and then they kind of just fell off. And I think that switch up, bringing Char in, is exactly what they needed. And I mean, it's got them here so far, so it worked.
It's so real. Like, how does that even happen? I don't even know how you get an elite player in Chally. I think I need that explained to me, maybe. But yeah, I gotta say, the bracket as well, like the playoff bracket that they went through, I think is worth looking at here. So who did? Yeah, here we go. So ATL obviously got a first round bye, honestly, because they beat the Wraiths in the last game regular season. Just saying, we should have won that. And so they beat Sav, it was a super solid team. And then AVI, who honestly was my favorite, I think, to win.
Yeah, I had them up there as well.
And then HR, so HR beat OS. Yeah, I don't know much, like that doesn't really say much. But then FNL, honestly, FNL looked super hot going into playoffs. Like beating Floppers was massive. I did not expect that. And so that HR FNL game was pretty wild. And so like HR besting them to come into this, it just makes it like extremely exciting. Look at all these 2-1 matchups. Like everything's so close.
Yeah, I think that's the fun part about this tier this season. Like last season, it was talked about in the interviews with the ATL guys, I believe, talking about last season where there was a couple like standout teams that just felt like these guys were gonna win it all. Like everyone else didn't compare. But this season, it's been so close. I mean, the best record this season was 8 and 4. It was awesome to see just the competitiveness of the tier this season. And like anything can happen, just like the floppers us taking down the floppers. Being an FNL guy right now kind of hurts staring at this bracket. Because man, the work we put in. But I won't even get into that. I want to get into these, like we played the card counters. I'm familiar with their game. These guys know ball. They hoop, and it's not like they hoop on like occasion. These guys hoop all the time. They came in. I think it was our first match. For our first match, I think was our win against them, if I'm not mistaken. And we lost
talking about ATL?
bad on Inferno. And we got to Dust 2 after the previous week having an electric week on Dust 2. We won 13-1 or something like that. And they came in there knowing, like, they picked into us going to Dust 2, and they walked all over us.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that HR is one of those teams that's like super fiery. And I don't mean to sound like corny or whatever, but I really do think that the branding of the franchises is like extremely representative of what we're seeing, right? Like ATL is like calm, they're collected, they're like water, you know, they flow. They can really slow the game down, and then HR is kind of just like chaos. They'll just do something, and it might work, it might not, and they could just completely break your spirit, especially on a map like Dust 2, like you said. And so I actually think the map vetoes are gonna be really interesting, because I was checking out the like perma bans for each of the teams, and HR just hates Ancient. Or no, not Ancient, sorry, Overpass. HR hates Overpass. So like, I don't even know if we'll see that come up, because I'm not sure if ATL plays Overpass that much. I know that in the pre-interview that they played, there was some teasing about like a deeper map pool than we've seen. But yeah, what do you think?
Looking at their ATL's map win rates, they've actually played official matches on all 7 maps.
Yeah.
They have 7 games on Ancient, 4 on Dust 2, 1 on Inferno, 1 on Mirage, 2 on Nuke, 2 on Overpass, and then 1 on Train. Going over to HR's, these guys have 5 maps played. And going back to that Inferno, or not Inferno, that Overpass, it has been their first ban 13 times. So
Yeah.
we're match day, this would be technically 16. They've been it 14 total times.
I'm almost curious, like, is that like a mind game thing? Have they been like practicing Overpass
Maybe it's
to
just so
trick?
deep.
Yeah, no, like straight up, I don't know. Like, okay, I did want to comment. So the ATL map pool thing, yeah, they play a lot of maps, but I see a lot of losses. I see a lot of maps where they don't have a single win on. And I'm a little scared about that, but also that data is skewed because like half of the season they didn't have, you know, the star player in Knees Wreckage. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit hesitant to just say that like, oh, this map's gonna be played, this map's not gonna be played. And so I think, did I read it right that ATL will pick first map?
I think I'm gonna scroll up in our chat real quick. Yes.
So HR is the higher seed, so ATL is gonna get first pick, and so I'm really curious what they're gonna do there. If they're gonna like, if Overpass gets floated, or if it's just gonna get banned immediately, and then I'm gonna guess that ATL might try to go something like Ancient because they've played so many games on there, but they're also incredibly strong on Dust 2. And so that would be a crazy first game, like Dust 2 right out the gate.
Yeah, no, I would really like to see Dust 2 right off the gate, especially coming from my loss to HR on it.
Yeah.
I like seeing this undefeated Dust 2 team go into this game. If they were to play Dust 2, I think that would be a really fun map. Like you said, they did tease at this really deep map pool.
Yeah.
So I am kind of curious on what these map picks are going to be. But if I were to guess, since ATL is going first, I think they're going to pick Ancient first. I mean, they've played 7 matches on it. That's absurd. I mean, that's almost half the season they've played a game on Ancient. So
Have they won? I know they won the last. I'm looking at analytical. I see 4 Ancient wins in the last 5 of the regular season, and then they actually lost. They had a pretty bad loss to AVI on game 2 the previous round, 13-3. So maybe they're a little shook there. I don't know what happened exactly, but yeah, we'll see. Do we want to talk about the starting roster? Do we want to go over the rosters real quick?
let's do it.
All right, look at those pictures. Oh my god. All right, so yeah, we got HR up top there. You can see the role underneath the names. So we got Clutch, team captain, support player. I know that Clutch is one of those players that can kind of just like, you know, turn a bad situation into like a double, maybe triple kill and just like flip the round over. So I'm going to be looking for a lot of that. Yeah, have you played with Clutch much? Clutch? Much?
I haven't played with Clutch much. I've played a lot with Clue. So I have a lot to say about Clue. Great guy, first of all. Even better caller, I'd say. So this card counter team, they're fun. They're fun to watch. Like you said, this team is the gambling team going into here, full of chaos. So
Yeah.
I really think like Clueless could really cook something up. Get like in the interview they were talking about just Parrish go with the boomstick and get something. I'm really excited to see these games here.
Yeah. So okay, so going through, we got Sinky on rifle, really high rating, like consistently punching above 1.0. Definitely, I was scared of this player. So I'm really curious to see like if there's going to be kind of a duel between you know, trading who gets a higher rating, Knees or Sinky. Yeah, we're going to go through some highlights here real quick. Some nice pistol kills. Rounding out, yeah, you mentioned Clue, so I mean, IGL, obviously. I have some thoughts on HR's kind of like plays that I've seen them do. I'm really curious to see if ATL's style of being a lot more kind of util, well-rounded is gonna pair with the unpredictableness of what we might see HR do. What is that? Mag 7.
Shake
Okay.
his head. Mag 7.
Oh my god. Okay. And then yeah, we've basically talked about everyone except Char. Late season pickup coming from Elite. I don't know how I feel about that, but from what I've seen, definitely not like carrying the team, and so very interesting. But I think in the interview I did hear mention that like Char's voice has really kind of tempered the chaos, and so that could be good, that could be bad. It could like neuter the kind of fire that they're playing with, or it could make them a lot more like stable against ATL's kind of tactics.
Yeah, I think the thing about Char is that Char's a vibes guy. He might not go out and get your ace every round like you want a player from a higher tier to do, but he's gonna sit back, relax, chill, calm everyone out, and I think that is a great thing to have on this chaotic team.
Yeah. Let's go through ATL because we're starting to run out of time here. So TJ, captain on the op. I've heard great things from people, especially from Knees, about TJ's mid and late round calling, super like chill. It seems like everyone on this ATL team is like super kind of level headed, and they're not raging and screaming. Barber, I've heard fantastic things about the IGLing, and it seems like that was a mid-season change that they made with the roster change up, and it seems like it's really helped.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar. I'm a little more familiar with these HR guys. I'm not as familiar with the ATL squad down here. I mean, I've done my research into them for analytics purposes here. But other than that, I mean, I've plugged with TJ a couple of times. Barb, I don't even know if I've had an interaction with Barb. So,
Okay.
I mean, I've heard great things, but I can't give you all the input I want.
I will say, I think everyone on this ATL team I have seen do like wild things in the server, but I've also seen some less than stellar performances. So can be volatile. I think riding this out, got to talk about knees, the highest rated player in Chali right now. We got some amazing highlights here. So yeah, just like go shoot. So it seems like the team is kind of structured right now around like anticipating where Knees wants to go, where he's trying to take space, and relying on him to get those entries. I think when he's on, it's really scary. But I think like if he breaks, or like if HR can shut him down, it could go the other way. And so like I'm really excited to see what he can do here. He actually has like quite a story. So started in, I think, elite combines or contender combines, and then moved up to elite combines, and then he was signed to, I think it was Nan in Chali, was cut preseason, and then picked up by ATL to kind of do a roster change up, and it's clearly worked. So yeah, really excited to see what he does there. Agravia, haven't played with much or at all, but again, like I've seen some clips, I've seen like score lines, pretty crazy stuff. Same thing with Neat, volatile player, and apparently just like a rock. So that's what I'm looking for out of that roster. Do we want to get into predictions real quick before we hand it off to the casters?
Yeah, I'm good for that. Do we have a graphic for that, or
What do you feel?
I'm feeling HR 2-1. I think it's gonna be one hell of a series.
Yeah, I wanted to go to 3 games. I think it's a 2-0 from ATL. Knees wreckage up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much, Nick and Doodle. That was some great analysis. We appreciate you guys hopping on and helping us out and being here with the journey for us tonight. I am T-Noodle, and I'm going to be joined with Momo. We're going to bringing you guys the casting today, and we are super excited to be here to watch these banger of teams between HR Card Counters and Atlantis' Argonauts. Momo, how are you feeling in your little festive sweater?
Festive, jolly, happy. I don't know any more Christmas synonyms to use here.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to be jolly watching this one. I think both these teams offer a lot, and they have offered a lot throughout this whole season. We have had the pleasure of casting a couple of games involving these teams before, and well, I mean, at least the card counters, at least, and yeah, I mean, these guys, based on what we were hearing, it's like you have the calm like water team in Atlantis versus the vibe guys. I know the card counters, I do have quite a bit of familiarity with a lot of their roster there. Clueless, Clutch, I haven't really played with them too much apart from a couple combines, a couple pugs here and there. But Sinky, former GM that I used to work with and against in the past. And then, I mean, Parrish and Char, UPS alumni, guys who I've known for quite a while. And, just really standout guys and bullies, yeah. But yeah, I mean, they kind of tend to be rocks, and they tend to really hold their own in these deep playoff runs, and so I think that's going to really help them out here. But I mean, on the side of Argonauts, I mean, they've just been strong the whole season, and there's no reason to think that won't continue. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a real match.
Oh yeah, no, I think it goes 3 maps for sure. And speaking of maps, I believe we are in map picks right now. So obviously Overpass for ATL has been a big no-no, but it's actually gonna be the Train Man first. Or maybe I got it mixed up. Maybe it was HR who ate Overpass, because either way, we know that map's good, getting out of here.
And we're going to be seeing Inferno off the rip. I feel like I've been getting lucky enough to watch Inferno quite a bit in the last few weeks, and it looks like Argonauts are going to be able to play on their Dust 2, which is actually picked by the card counters this time around. So that's going to be pretty exciting.
It's got to be a Mirage Decider. 100%. If you're a Vibes team, you want it to be Mirage. Mirage is like
I don't know. I mean, yes, that is where Paris 1v3'd in NRG.
Oh,
but they're an experienced team, you know. Like this team has been around this league for quite some time. So yeah, I guess we might be able to see some nuke here tonight. But I mean, first things first. I mean, we got to jump right into Inferno, and yeah, it's gonna see how it's gonna show out. I imagine HR is gonna be able to start on CT side, so really depends on how Atlantis, with their game plan of the picking this map, how they elect to try to punch HR in the mouth.
Right, and I think it's really important for Atlantis to play at their own speed. I think Inferno's a great map to do something like that, especially whenever you have someone on the other side of HR like Parrish with the op, who's going to be rotating a lot and playing positions that you're not really sure about. So I think this is a good first map to set the tempo.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, Inferno traditionally is one of those CT-sided maps, but when you can't stabilize your economy, if you're on your heels a little bit off the beginning and lose that pistol round and can never really get your economy going, it can kind of just fall away from you really quickly, despite how much it would favor the CT side on typical gun rounds. If you're not able to get anything consistent on gun rounds, it can be a little bit daunting.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Inferno. We've seen it go both ways: domination on the T side, domination on the CT side, and also great clutches always seem to be on Inferno this CSC season.
Yeah, we do see a lot of clutches, and I mean, Knees Wreckage, they talked about how much of a standout he has been this season. I mean, him kind of leading the charge on this T side. It will definitely be important for their game plan to kind of work around him on this map. And a map like Inferno, you can kind of leave him alone a little bit, just to take up that much space, whether it be towards the apps brackets area or towards Banana.
Absolutely. And then let's just look at map 2 for HR. Dust 2 pick. I mean, how do you feel about that with someone like Parrish, who likes to move the op around quite a bit?
I mean, yeah, you said it. He does like to move the op around, but I mean, the Argonauts, I felt like that was an interesting pick, because the Argonauts are undefeated on that this season. They've been killing it on that. And I mean, you've known me a while. I've always talked about how I've never felt that Dust 2 is a good map pick, because there are certain maps on this thing where if you have more experience than other players, even if you're not having the best shooting day, you can always fall back on your strategy and typically have a good fight, even if your shots aren't landing. Dust 2, that's not going to happen. You're relying on that to be a coin flip for who's coming out firing, and your map pick being a coin flip is a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, absolutely. It could go either way. And then really quick before we cut to break, Nuke as a decider, I can really see that going either way, just depending on how Dust 2 goes, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how that goes. Is it going to be who's going to start on which side, and yeah, who's coming in hotter after that second map?
Yeah, absolutely. But I believe we are going to throw it over to a quick break while our players connect. Make sure you stay tuned, and yeah, see you soon.
And we are back. We had a little technical difficulties with the server, but now we are here. This one's for the whole enchilada. Everything's going down to this. A best of 3 between HR and ATL. Momo, let's do this.
Yeah, it took like forever, but we're here. We're wide awake, and yeah, grand final time. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, we were in the dark. We were falling hard, but it's okay now.
Already off to a great start.
Yes, we are. And right now, Argonauts electing to play this a little bit more of a default. This is a little trippy for me seeing the blue team over on the T side at the moment, I think. And that's kind of tripping me out. Sinky from HR is going to be holding that Apps position, but now he's no longer. As Neat does take him out. And now we have a 5v4 advantage as the bomb looks to be potentially moving through mid at the moment. And ATL's kind of just playing it defaulty.
They're gonna have to rotate this B player quickly, or the A bomb site's gonna get really messy for the card counters. And they're actually rotating the wrong way. Oh no.
Char though peeks up, gets a kill, pulls the knife out, gets taken down by Flat. That's gonna be the site coming to them. The B lurk and Barber is gonna go down, and that's a free bomb site plant in this 3v3. Planted pretty open. Oh, actually, it's relatively safe. But they're still going to be able to get their post plants, as we are looking to see them 1 through library, 2 through the archway.
No kid.
And looks like the whole collective is going to be going through Moto. Flash on top. A little bit of a team flash, but on site, it does the damage as well. Clueless and Parrish combined for kills. And now they're looking for the last person. It's a Gravia in Apps. Gets the 1 kill. Looking at sight, but he's getting punned down. And Parrish shuts him down. It's going to be a retake here from the card counters.
Yeah, that's a really incredible retake. I mean, they had to rotate across the map. The bomb was planted. They weren't even to CT yet. But that flash, you said it was a team flash. It looked really awkward, but it blinded everyone on the site, so it kind of worked in their favor.
Definitely did.
Oh, shot by Neat, though, to open up that round.
Star probably thought they were all lurking there, but it all works out for them. Being on the CT side, you definitely want to win your pistol, especially with how much util is needed here.
It's actually not going to be a forced situation. Just Glocks and 1 Tech 9. This should be a fairly easy round for the card counters as they're able to pick up Beats on Banana and get them the rest of the cavalry, and they are getting mowed down through the smoke.
Yeah, I was worried there. I was like, that's a bunch of Tech 9s up close, but the util was able to do just enough of damage, and yeah, just playing off each other between that close wall and the corner, and yeah, cleaned it up.
Now, here comes the rifles, and yeah, it looks like Neat just delivered the bomb. The molly really stopped everyone else. Give everyone the time to breathe just for a moment before the pop actually happened. Bonus round for the card counters. Let's see if they get aggressive here. They have mostly SMGs and a FAMAS.
Yeah, right now, Clutch went a little bit aggro there on Banana. Had 2 players ready to support. And we're seeing 2 barrels from the T's come out right now. Flat gets another one at Apartments as Sinky goes down. Parrish and Clueless are the last 2 players alive. And they're just on Banana here. Look to be progressing down as the bomb starts to be moving towards A. Can you imagine this gets planted? And Paris using that UMP. It's a little rough. Clueless has to save him.
1v3 to NRG, by the way, with that aim.
It's more of the UMP. The UMP is just straight garbage. But now we're looking at this 2v3 retake. Kits on both players. 1 in Apps, 1 on site, 1 in Pit. That sprayed through the box is only going to do a little bit. Now he's going to find the 1 player, but Santa Claus does take down Parrish. And, yeah, those names are kind of throwing me off there.
Hey, a very festive season. But so far, I mean, Parrish getting the op now. I was kind of surprised not to see them save the AK, but obviously every weapon that they take away there, kind of worth it. Little shaky aim, but like you said, blame the UMP, don't blame the player.
Parrish just going to be looking down mid with the op. Getting this in play very early. Hold it down. A spray through the smoke was getting very close to clutch. Actually gets him down to 61 HP. Now Clueless possibly going to be countering a spray through here. Nades bouncing around the car. Nothing really done yet. Oh, neat. Very close on that spray as well.
Rare miss from Parrish, though. Still tons of time and utility. So CT's still in a nice position. Rotated 3 towards this B bomb site. That's looking so far where ATL wants to head.
And then move towards B. Parrish rotated with that op, takes down knees. And with that smoke down, ATL is electing to rotate that bomb around. One smoke just to keep the attention here. Only 2 players from the CT side on the A bomb site at the moment. One on site, one on pit. Barbar does take an opener. Could make things a little bit interesting. 20 seconds now as the take happens. Still 2 CTs here. That's 1 kill, and it's 3 kills here on the A bomb site between Sinky and Char, giving the 3rd round on the board for the card counters.
Sinky played that so well, knowing that ATL just had to rush to get on site. So he went into an off angle where he could still duck in and out of cover and just let Char clean up from the pit. So really well played by the card counters. I really like how Parrish rotated that op over to Banana after showing that it was mid.
That's where things get a little bit interesting. Argonauts won that first gun round. However, it was more of a little bonus that the card counters did hand them. And because of that, the Argonauts with their bonus a little bit reset. They are now on pistols once again.
Tech 9s are dangerous. We've seen time and time again, though, how much these pistols actually put in the work on Inferno and win the round.
Yes, we do. And looking at where Parrish is, I'm wondering what they're going to decide to do. If they're still going to go for this peek at mid, even with the spawn being a little bit distant. Knowing Parrish, I think... well, I was going to say he's going to go for the peek, but right now it doesn't seem like he is going to. I think he's just going to hold out alt.
No, he's going, right?
Oh my gosh.
He is aggressive. He does not care. As these Tech 9s make their way top of Banana, Barber allowed a lot of space. But does not make any rotates happen.
And not too much util actually happened to Barber. They were able to slide between those nades.
He's sneaking through the smoke here. If he gets by, this is going to be really awkward. Oh my goodness. They're right behind each other. They have no idea.
Yeah, this is great here for Barber. Gonna be able to get that knife kill. Clutch is gonna have no idea where that came from. The death cam should telegraph that. But we have a kill on the Char on the A bomb site. Now it's a 3v4 disadvantage here. Parrish gets a kill. Knees gets a trade. And it's a kill right here from Barber. And now Clueless is the last man on the CT side. Coming up from B. But this bomb site, it's gone and the save is happening.
Like we said, these Tech 9s are so dangerous, but it was actually the knife that put all the impact at the start of the round.
Yeah, man, that was crazy that he was able to sneak through in CT. That really made things so devastating for that potential rotate. And now the money's going to be a little bit awkward here for the card counters.
Yeah, I'm really curious what the message conveyed, because Parrish was just not ready for arches at all. I mean, obviously the bout take is happening, so you can't really look away. But really well played by Argonauts. And a really nice shot to get that dink onto Parrish. Just constant pressure.
Now we're seeing 5 players from the CT side. The card counters are looking to dump some util on Banana. Playing it distant is Barber. Gets 2 headshots, and it's a collateral there. And now we're making this happen. Jetski with a big kill. Now Clutch in this 1v4. Really wants to collect that AK, but I don't think it's possible.
No, save the kit, save the smoke. Actually, he's right there at his feet. He can grab that smoke, maybe. He actually gets the hoppers, so jet ski goes down. Clutch very aware of this flank that could be happening, but it's going to be flat to take him down and grab the op.
Good round there for Argonauts. I mean, they were just doing what they could to hold a potential push. Didn't want to get too aggro, and they were able to find exactly what was going on so early. And I mean, just getting those kills fast as they did was amazing.
Yeah, and what they're really doing is limiting Parrish's op rounds. That is so huge on this T side, just not letting the CT economy bounce back. I mean, you look at it now, 50, 50, 500. If they can just keep this streak up, they are looking pretty good.
And some close contact on Banana. Clueless gets a double dink and gets the kills. However, there's 2 kills on this board here for the T side, and now they're going to be able to take over the B bomb site. Trying to clear, make sure no one else is home. One person in the rotate is Parrish, and the next player is Sinky, also right behind that smoke. Parrish is going to open up with 1 kill. One person on low HP. It's going to be Neat, and now Jetski and Neat are going to be having this 2v2. Neat looks to play close on this smoke. Spray not yet connecting, and that's going to allow Char to get the kill. Now Jetski in the last pair, 1v2.
No smoke.
Has to be util in hand. That's a good kill on the Char, and the spray is not
spray.
connecting. Sync does take the round. Very close that was, and now we're here. Card counters on top, 4-3.
Surprised he's not hunting for that op. Picks up the AK. Let's see if he can find it. Oh, if he would have just went straight to Banana, he would have had the op in his hands. Still, really nice round from the card counters. I feel like if the Argonauts got the bomb down quicker, it took them so long that Parrish was able to slide into church. Just put that pressure on the site early.
That was that was a great retake. A little bit more control might have been needed, especially with how much time you had that site for. But I mean, we are here now. Op have been bought here for the Argonauts. It's going to be on Jetski once again. Playing close Banana once again is going to be the CT side. Clueless does get dunked by that grenade.
Let's see if they go for a boost here. Just playing some high-low positions.
Right now, the Argonauts, they're just playing defaults right now, really trying to bait out that utility from the card counters. It's been working quite a bit. They've been able to take the sites more often than not lately. So they could keep punishing the economy of HR.
Looks like Parrish, not sure where he wants to go yet, but obviously Argonauts, yeah, not committing to anything just yet. Just constant pressure on both sides of this map.
Yeah, big opener there from Knees onto Char. Great shot. And this rotate makes things a little weird. Sinky kind of just stuck on top the porch here. He's going to be peeked by a bunch very shortly. But it's just the one that allows him to get the kill. Meanwhile, Jetski gets a kill onto B, but Sinky gets a second onto A. But now it's only going to be Parrish left. And the bomb is getting ready to be planted on B. Parrish is rotating, but this might be a little bit tough for this 1v3. Has 2 flashes, M4A1, no kit, and no head as Barber shuts him down. 4-4 as these rounds just keep going back and forth.
Yeah, both teams exchanging blows. Really well played by Argonauts. Time management there, executed flawlessly. Such a solid way of trading your players towards that A bomb site while the slow execute towards B comes in. Pulled Parrish off the B bomb site. That's going to be a timeout taken for the card counters. Their economy is not doing so hot.
Yeah, this economy, I mean, when you keep losing back and forth like this is where it gets really devastating. That being said, they have pulled a few rounds in here. I mean, it's something that very quickly could turn into like 3-4 rounds being lost in a row. because you're not able to get the consistent util and gun buys that you would need. And right now we're actually going to be seeing HR elect to force buy into this round. And depending on what happens here, that could be the tail for the rest of this half.
They're going to start off going forward towards this A bomb site. They have a passive player towards the B. Just with a smoke and 5-7 all alone on that side of the map.
Sinky being up close with this 5-7. We've seen it do some damage before, but right now, the Argonauts are playing passive, and it's a big double kill here from Agravia. And they're looking for more. Gonna be spotting someone, but Parrish gets the deagle kill. Knees, meanwhile, does trade that kill.
This 5-7's getting close to the smoke here.
Yeah, it's looking at chase, but Dejetsky.
Is ready. Oh, with the 5-7 shots. Oh, pick the 5-7 back up. More of a Tech 9 guy?
Tech 9 is way better.
No, it's not. The 5-7's actually like the most broken gun in the game right now. It's gonna be clutch. And a 1v4 situation. Just looking to upgrade this FAMAS.
Yeah, I don't really know if there's a route for him to do so. Everyone is exiting. Well, everyone should be exiting together. Neat. Up close. Does get the kill on the clutch. And, you know, that's going to be nice for them. 5-4 right now. Argonauts are in control of this map now.
I really like the idea of Clueless there. Maybe catch them on the rotate. That's about the only thing you can do with the 5-7 and the smoke out in front of you, but full save now for the card counters. It's likely going to be Argonauts to extend their lead and get their 6th round unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, ATL right now just holding for pushes once again. Turning from that angle in unfortunate timing was Agravia. However, that might work out because there were a lot of players there. Now they're going to be able to spot Clueless. And that's 1 kill for them. There's a bunch of these card counters there still towards the top of middle. Jetski does miss the shot. Now he's getting ran down. And that's going to be a kill. That's going to be all picked up. But there goes Agravia getting a double kill. To kind of save it there a little bit for them. Now Char goes down as well. And Sinky, the last player alive, now coming through Banana. Up close against Knees. Big in these last rounds, big all season, and gets that kill, gets 6 on the board. Great T-half so far.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. I got a little worried, admittedly, whenever that bomb went down. Luckily, Agravia was there to back his teammate up. So yeah, ATL remained fully in control.
Now we're over here seeing a gun round once again. Some util being tossed back and forth between Banana, but right now, Clutch is the only one to really take any damage. Once again, I expect ATL to take a default, but taking top Banana control early. They're doing good just now. Really forcing card counters to be on their heels a little bit.
And you see the rotate potentially start happening, but rotating this early on on Inferno could lead to disaster on the A bomb site.
Now the map here, card counters split up awkwardly, not yet giving in to what is being done. It looks like it's a bunch of fake util being tossed from ATL over towards B. That's 1 good kill from Char, looking to activate. Barely dodges the bullets from Agravia. Now it's going to be all these kills on the A-bomb site going the way of the CT side. 1 player left. It is Dejetsky who gets 1 kill. Tossing the op, picking up the AK, picking up the bomb. Now they're going back just a little bit. And if players are hunting, Dejetsky could be afforded a 1v1 at the moment.
Yeah, it's 20 seconds. He's going to have to go for this. See if he's ready. Close left.
Oh, does find the one player. Gets dinked in the meantime, though. Only 11 HP making this push with 9 seconds left. Looking to smoke and probably try to play it through it, but the spray from Char or from Sinky finishes it off. And yeah, big round there from Char, but big round for the whole squad. 5-6 now is the scoreline.
Yeah, Char and Sinky, the MVPs of that round, somehow holding down that A bomb site. The timing to hop off balcony right whenever the player went to swing you from Char. Agravia just gets caught with his pants down, overextended, and Sinky takes him down. Really solid play, a round much needed for the card counters to put this within one.
This half on a good buy from both these teams. Once again, nades just being tossed back and forth through Banana. Once again, a default here from ATL. ATL's done a great job on their T side so far, keep breaking the economy of the card counters, but all things considered, with how much their economy has been broken, it's surprising that HR does have the rounds they do.
Gravia's getting so aggressive. His gun did not stick out there. Char would have had some bullets to greet him. He's already sitting below 50 HP.
Good kill there from Agravia, already opening up the apartments. They've been doing some damage here so far through there. Clutch getting peppered through that smoke. And once again, it's ATL kind of being calm here. 48 seconds left in this round. And they're not really showing their hand. Good
Parrish.
flank, though, there from Parrish. And that's just a sign to rotate. Sinky has to be moving over to B now. That could apartments. And now all this util is being dropped down. That's a molly.
His teammate.
It's okay. He was going out anyway. Knees and Jetski on such low HP. Neat gonna be the big player here for the Argonauts. Now the retake
the
is
Neat
coming
gets
in.
two.
And it's a double dunk from Parrish.
And that's the
And now it's just going to be Neat. The bomb is not down yet. Neat has to pick up this bomb. He has to activate. He has to play aggro. But Parrish with a big kill. 1 in apps, 2 off a nade, and an M4A1 to close it out. We are tied here at 6 on map number 1.
That retake, I was going to say, with both players being so low, it would have been close, but it just takes one nade to get both of them. Worst of all, the bomb doesn't even go down, so the card counters towards the back end of this half, doing what they need to do, getting back into this game, tying it up at 6. But a solid T side if you're an Argonauts fan.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Argonauts map pick, so they did pick it for a reason. They did expect to have a good T side, and I'd say evening it out is a solid T side. But I mean, card counters, as much as they were on their heels that game after winning that pistol, though, and having their economy as broken as it was throughout, the fact that they were able to maintain 6 and not lose like 6 rounds in a row was amazing.
Yes, and one thing for the card counters, it feels like all their players have shown up. The Argonauts, it looks like we're still waiting for a couple of them to wake up as Knees takes some damage. It's like it's going to be a full A execute. Barely
Yeah, and they're
through the
all
smoke.
running up here through the truck side. 1 in apps on this hold. The other 2 are going to be towards Library and Moto. Look like they're kind of holding it down for this retake. Clueless, though, times it, ready for the flank. And it's going to be a kill. Shooting from both sides was Char and Clueless. Now they're on a 5v4 post plant. Char and Parrish are on low HP, however. And now 2 going through mid. Make it 3 go through mid as Char gets 1 kill. Sinky gets traded out. Neat now moving up with these dual Berettas. Char's just absolutely cooking right now. Neat looking for more. Neat's getting more. 2 on site. And 1 towards pit. Char gets a 3rd kill. Or make it a 4th kill. Char in line for the ace. Jetski on low HP and now is walking very fast. And Char, he wants this. His tail is on fire and his gun is too.
It'd be incredible to see the first ace of this grand final. But I don't believe it's going to happen. Still incredible round from Char. Finding all 4 kills there. I thought those dualies from Neat, they started to activate. Card counter stands strong.
I mean, pistol rounds are so important, and they are even more important when you are on the CT side. Your economy is going to struggle to stabilize if you don't get cooking soon. Going into this with a save, card counter should be moving up to 8.
find absolutely nothing there.
Yeah, swinging out. Some Banana presence there. Clutch gets a double kill onto Banana. That's going to open up that pathway. We are seeing some activation here from Agravia. And Clutch gets a third kill. Clueless gets the fourth on the round. And now it's just going to be Agravia, who's already brought down to half. They know where he's at. And it's going to be the final kill coming up from Char. And that's 8 on the board here for HR.
Yeah, absolutely flawless from HR. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that you're probably looking at a nade stack somewhere. So I really like how they just went alt mid and played safe next to that scooter.
I mean, Momo, did I miss the joke this game?
Oh, you did. Thank goodness, dude.
No.
Oh my god. Sorry,
no.
Hold on. Let me look around KD's. Man, you are screwed.
No, we're good. I'm screwed. There are probably some kills on it too. But it is what it is. We're looking to see some aggro play here. Parrish does catch it though. And the T-side is really taking advantage of this aggro. That's going to be huge for them as they're moving on up. Gravia is pushed up through apps. Does find Char, but the bomb is ready. Getting towards a bomb site.
So dangerous to go for as well because your economy. You can choose to go in this 2v3 or bring 2 rifles into the next round.
Go for it though, but no kits are in hand at the moment. That Molly might think it's a little bit more awkward for them. They're going to find one player at Broken Wall, however, between the Molly and the spray, and that's second Molly. Really delaying this push. Agravia using the smoke to get through. Now Clutch in this ninja corner, does not get the spray. Clueless gets the one, and is planted in an angle that Clueless can get from this cubby. Clueless bounces out, he gets the spray, but the time is not there, and it's no longer time to play. Card counters are up to 9.
Up to 9, and did eliminate 5 players there, barely surviving. 7 HP and a dream. Meet with some swift feet to get out of there. I mean, it really shows how exciting this game has been if you miss a 6-7 joke.
They're trying to get locked in, you know,
Finally.
Jetski and Agravia with their names mismatching, and the CSC or the CS update breaking the names has really made it difficult for me to see who's killing who. But right now, the only people that are getting kills right now, it's gonna be the card counters, so they're cooking.
This is the Argonauts map pick, and they are on the back foot as Barber, while we were looking at the replays, goes down.
Now we have a 2-2 split coming up from the Argonauts. And really tough is the situation for them. Their util is a bit light. Their access to defuse kits is even lighter. Non-existent at the moment. Unless Barber happen to have one.
These flashes not causing any rotation. 2 players stay on this A-bomb site, and that's looking like where the bomb is going to go. This archer smoke should tell you everything you need to know, especially with the molly popping.
Yeah, flash has come out. Still only 2 players on this A ready to hold. 4 players from the T side are there. A little bit of damage done back and forth. Now the site hold has to happen. They don't want to commit to too many fights. Knees gets 1 kill.
That's bomb.
That's the bomb. Rotation's starting to slowly come because they had no arch control for a little
Clutch
bit.
has his flank. Oh no, they aren't ready for this. This could destroy everything. 25 seconds though. Clutch needs to activate. The call out to need is ready.
Yeah, that's a big kill from Clutch. Still Sinky on site. Up close, gets that kill. And now just in pit, it's Agravia. And this is gonna be awkward for the T's to hold. That's 1 kill. And it's gonna be the 2nd kill as he jumps up and gets it. It's going to be 7 here. Argonauts, I mean, their economy is going to be tough, but they needed that round more.
Yeah, they needed that round more, and honestly, I would take a timeout here if you're Argonauts. Kind of talk about how you can make a round a little more convincing than this one, but you don't have to make it convincing. You just have to win it. I believe they did call that timeout. Really nice call. I know Neat didn't get the kill there, but that damage that he did was crucial. This nade from I want to say Santa Claus, but it's not Santa Claus.
Jet ski.
Jet ski. I know. I looked on the right side and I was like, nope, this is the wrong team as well. Yeah, timeout by the Argonauts. They talked about the changes that they need to make. Clueless on a Mac 10. Full utility for everyone. Except knees.
I wonder if the pace is going to be changed here from the card counters, or if they're going to continue in their default. I mean, their default was strong. I would even say you don't have to change anything you're doing. The hit was just coming on a little bit too slow once you had it. Now Jetski is going to be able to peek down Banana, gets that big opener.
Huge pick.
A present there delivered to the CT side as Clueless goes down.
One thing the Argonauts have done really well this match is playing with an advantage. We haven't gotten to see many opportunities translate on the CT side, but this is one round where they can remain in control.
Yeah, they're electing to play up close on this broken wall, up close on this Banana. Bomb is already pressed up very close here, and Sinky just lurking through apartments. They're the player that needs to go. Takes out to Jetski. And they know that's a B player because that B pick happened earlier. And they're activating on this B push. Only smokes and flashes are thrown. No Molly to push them back. And now they're on. It's second Oranges, who gets a great spray from Neat. And now it's just going to be Parrish in a 1v3. Not going to be able to get Barber. And it's 8 rounds here for Argonauts.
I think they thought Parrish cleared that angle, but he actually never did. I think he fell off the box. And he awarded that double spray as he started to wake up into this game. And don't look now. The card counters are on an eco round, and Argonauts have this within one.
Yeah, I think Sinky had the right read there. Or should have had the right read there. Really trying to sell that fake. Wasn't ready for the second in apartments, however. But now the B push is happening. 2 players here from the CT side, and they have a hell of a crossfire. Getting 3 big kills. And now Char and Sinky, the last 2 players alive. They've been huge this season for this team. But now it looks bleak. Char only on the Glock. Sinky only on the Tech 9. And I'm pretty sure this game very soon is going to be on 9-9.
Actually fine.
However, Char does get a kill with his Glock. And now only 7 HP on the round. It's going to be Char remaining. Going to peek out. And that nade is going to touch down. We've seen so many nade kills here today. But now we're here all tied up on Inferno.
Here comes the other timeout from card counters here. The game's been equalized. You have money to buy. And T-Noodle, I am on it today.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
These teams are making sense. Everybody wants to win this grand final. Nobody wants to go home in second. If you're going to keep everyone up this late, starting the game at 9:30, you better make it an entertaining one.
Game did get delayed as well a little bit due to some fun from the Counter-Strike update from today. But we are here. It is map number 1. It is the Season 18 Challenger Finals if you're just joining us. 9-9 is the scoreline at the moment, going into round number 19. Really, it's anyone's race here. Lots of economy has been built up, though, for ATL in the meantime.
As in, so crucial, we've talked about this nade from Clueless on the CT side, building economy. So important, but Sinky's able to find the opening frag on the flat.
Yeah, they're going to have a close player here, though. Jetski is faring very up close with this op. He's going to fall off the angle. He would have had a timing soon, but probably to play a little bit safer. Neat gets touched through that smoke at Banana.
Char and Clutch, not the healthiest as well. Right now, card counters have an advantage that they are playing with. Bless you.
Now we're looking. 4 T players are moving up. One still lurking towards B. It is going to be Clutch. Looking to make the lurk happen. The 4 players here on the T side, they are moving up through arches. One
Love
player
this
looks
play.
to be playing Moto. It's very close. Knees. It's been solid this map so far. Has been really good all season. Can't finish that spray, and it's going to be 2 big kills so far for the card counters. Knees, last player alive, has to be big. Gets 2 kills. Wants to be bigger, but Sinky shuts him down. That's going to be the bomb going down on the A bomb site. Meanwhile, Neat does take down Clutch on that lurk. No
has
kits
the
at the
health.
moment.
They also have the economy to take a look at this. That's exactly what Neat's going to do. Picks up the kit, so now he has time. Let's see if he's going to brave through this smoke.
He has to. Has a nade in hand that could make things interesting when you look at Char's health. Gonna be up close here. Not sure where these players are. Not sure where to look. Caught right in between 2 players. However, he takes down Sinky, and Char activates for a quick trade. Card counters save that round up, and it's gonna be 10 on the board.
Yeah, Char and Sinky, the A defenders from the CT side, have to hold it in the post plant. I held my breath a little bit, as there was so much space allowed to creep through. Neat with a great effort finding 2. But Neat got so close. Char able to trade his teammate.
Just looking through mid with his op. Only 1 player up close. Clutch does look to beat that util. Might get caught in between though. Barber does go down or get a kill. Jetski gets another, and card counters look to be giving this one back away.
Yeah, they have no space mid either. 1:30 to work with. Maybe you can find something. But yeah, they hear this noise in app, so they rotate a third over. That kill from Sinky helps. Knees able to treat it out.
There's no support though. Knees gets a 2nd kill. And there it goes. Jetski taking down Parrish, and that's an op. I believe Jetski is going to be able to pick it up, and he does. And we're all tied up, and look at this buy coming up for HR. I don't think they're going to be doing it.
Yeah, both teams' economies relied on that round. Knees had 6k, able to drop a teammate there, but if they would have lost that round, would have been the only one with a substantial cash stack. Just a little too fast from the card counters. They are the team that's playing off vibes, that likes the chaos. It's actually been their slow play that's found them success on this T side.
Jetski seeing a body, but not able to grab that kill. Now Char up close with the Glock. He got a kill earlier with it. He's gonna back off that, and swinging through is a Gravia. Only
good
good for
trade.
1 on that peak though. T's can't be too mad at that one.
Knees has been dominant these past few rounds. Great for multi-kills. Sees 1. Finds
Great.
both with the spray down. A little
Great
sloppy.
Great spray there. It works out. Clutch still just on a Tech 9 up close. Gets shut down with the hammer from Knees, and only 1 player left. It's going to be
Oh, you
Sinky,
saw him.
who did pick up the M4. A little bit of spray traded back and forth. More body found from Sinky. And now it's going to be a wide swing coming up from Knees, who finished this round with a 4K and has the Argonauts on top.
Yep, and here comes that timeout. 1 left for the card counters. They're able to buy into this round, but they're not going to have the luxury of faking a site. At least not to the full extent. So util's definitely going to be limited. Really well played by Knees that round, just holding down arches. You were a former IGL T-Noodle. You have played in these championships. What are you telling your team down by 1?
I mean, they've been playing slow, and I think that's fine. However, in the mid round, I think you just got to, or not in the mid round, towards the late round, you just got to start going together. And we're seeing these splits come up a little bit too much. I feel like the lurk is not doing enough for them at the moment, and they all kind of just need to collect and take an angle that they're not going to have too many crossfires in, such as arches, and they just need to pull through there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Argonauts Playing aggressive towards A, passive towards B. This op up close. Letsky played it before, sees the angle, can't find the shot. The push is going to start to execute. Missed another shot.
Yeah, that was a great bait and switch there between Jetski and Friends, and now Clueless. Up close here. Oh, had a chance. But now he's caught out by Agravia coming in from the top of that balcony. And right now, this looks very tough. We're looking at how spread out HR is. Kill there, but it's not good for anything. These kills are non-impactful in this map. They're playing all over and just completely lost. ATL playing together. We saw that play in apps just now. That brilliant bait and switch. They're playing together. All their kills mean something. Their missed shots and mean something. That missed shot forced card counters to swing up, and there's an M4 ready. That means even if you fail, you have something that failure works for you in your advantage. If ATL or if HR is not hitting their shots, they're just losing the round because they're not ready to play off of each other.
No, they played with each other over towards A, played with each other over towards B. Argonauts really feeling it, and the buy for the card counters is not going to be a good one. It's going to have to be probably a banana or a mid-rush. We saw Mac 10 before we cut to replays be buy. Yeah, it's going to be 4 Mac 10s. See if Parrish gets a Galil or if he's also just going to join the team. It's going to be something quick as he buys the Mac 10 as well.
Yeah, this has been a textbook showing. Argonauts have had control of apartments the entire CT side, and it's hard to play this game when you're so uncomfortable playing on certain slots of the map. It's like an accordion. You have to pull and push on multiple sides and multiple times throughout this game, and if you can't have access to one of them, it's tough. But now Jetski is going to be very close with this op. Misses the shot. It is neat, however, there as well. 1-for-1 is the trade. Nades being bounced back and forth. Now Parrish is swinging. Barber does get a kill. Man, it's still a 3v3. Very tense is the round. That flash gonna go down, but it's not gonna work out as Clutch does get the kill. 3v2 is the advantage. Another CT has rotated in the meantime. It's Knees.
This is what you were talking about. These moments, this is where they need to grab the bomb and go as 3. Not give a 1v1 here, especially whenever your weaponry is sitting at 2 Mac 10s. One player on such low HP, he's gonna have to go first.
Gravia is just playing in this site. More or less, it should be a one and done position. However, Gravia has been hooping this map.
Oh, Clutch clearly.
But I guess it's not going to happen there because Clutch came from the top rope, swung down and took him down. And now it's just going to be Knees in this 1v3. Knees, one of the best players in Challenger this season. One of the best players on this map at the moment. Has an opportunity to do the unthinkable. But right now he's waiting it out. Throwing his util. Trying to keep him close. Smoking for that push. Spray's not going to happen. And Sinky does shut him down. Now we're here. Final round of regulation. As ATL is only up 12-11.
Here comes the timeout from Argonauts. Cue that up. I'm sure they want to talk about it. It's like, just really well played. They finally pushed together as a team, except that kill on Parrish. That really worried me. Clutch, making sure to clear the back of the site. It's not going to be a timeout. Argonauts are just going to go into it. They've had control this whole half. They said, so what? You beat us on a rush. Not that intimidated by it. As the pace slows down for the card counters.
They just need to go back and keep playing their system. If HR doesn't make any changes, they should be able to shut it down. Double Molly to take control of Banana. App's presence is pretty minimal at the moment for ATL. Lots of util to condition this B take.
They're going to play out in front of the smoke, though. And they're just going to send their third B player towards the bomb site, knowing... Just dropping some utility for him, and then he's going to be on his way. Now 1 minute left. Still quite a bit of util here for the card counters. Abs presence from Char.
Oh no, these splits have been really awkward here for HR so far this game. Looks like they might be trying to do that as well, and that's going to be some info.
Is it
Not
false
much info. And not much info has come here in the late round towards this B presence. That info given towards A could be good for here for HR. Molly goes down on B. Now this take is going to be happening on both sides at the same time. They're going to be swinging for this Arch player. And that's 1 kill on B from Parrish. Now Neat, just in this new box, is going to have to come up big. He's going to have to make the play, and he goes down. And now here we are. The bomb is getting planted in a relatively safe position. I imagine they're going to be wanting to take over Church at this moment. But doesn't look like they're taking any site control, any real map control at the moment.
Not having Banana is so restricting for the card counters.
Retake is happening. Kit on jet ski and knees. 1 op, 1 M4, 1 AK, a couple flashbangs. This is where it gets spicy. 1 player spotted from new box. Good activation from Clutch, who gets 2 kills. And they're looking to swing, but Clueless gets it first. We're all tied here. Looking at overtime on Inferno.
Yeah, finally the split goes the direction of the card counters. It was actually Needs to shut down the split over on the A side of the map, but simultaneously Parrish finding the kill over on the B side. And Neat just not finding any value playing towards the back of the site. Clutch did a really nice job playing off his teammates' contact. So a well-deserved round from the card counters.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about the card counters T side, I mean, I know I talked about how their trades are not being ready and it's not really doing good right now. But what they're doing on these fakes, they are activating quick enough. What we see when we watch these games a lot of times, you see a fake happen, and then a lot of times on the other side of the map, they wait like 15 seconds. You got to do that within like 4 seconds of that initial contact of that other bomb site. And that worked out really well for them on that round.
Nades not doing too much damage. Everyone's staying relatively healthy early. Gravia hearing this player goes out mid. This player's alone on sandbags, and Clutch is going to take him down.
Oh, and that's the Clutch that they needed. Clutch has been a player in CSC for quite some time, and when you can get that player to activate, it is a scary thing. And Clutch in these last few rounds, we saw that 2K to close out last one. And that opener here in OT, that's going to be big as well.
Argonauts, their CT control is slipping. These past few rounds have been all card counters.
Oh, and that
And the
spray through the
spam.
window.
It's going to force him down, so not too much damage done, but the position forfeited, which is just as good.
Once again, we're seeing a double fake here, potentially coming from the B players. One is rotating. This take is starting to happen towards A. And they're pushing up through. 4 players going through truck side. Only 1 player ready to hold it. It is going to be a Gravia. And they're playing around this default box. Meanwhile, Jetski does get a kill onto B.
Oh,
Char
gets
takes
nothing.
down to Gravia. And they're finding the last player, Moto. Paris takes him down. That's the bomb site all the way to the card counters. 4v2 is the post plant.
You can't
And
look
Paris is
with
going to be
this
ready
op.
to hold down Library. It's very close, depending on who sees through this smoke first. Jetski going to see what they can find. Timing, it could be interesting, and it's going to be Parrish. The big player, a big name. Barber now in this 1v4. Might be all she wrote. Gets the 1 kill on the Char. Now up close, Sinky shuts it down, closes it the round. And they're on top for the first time in a long time. 13-12, HR is back on top.
My opinion, you just can't go for that. I understand it's overtime. I understand that you have some money to play with. But 2v4 on a map like Inferno, you really just have to cut your losses, save the op. They wanted to give it a look. They paid the price. Parrish with the op kill. And Sneaky able to take down Barber. This Molly Clueless is going to be in a tough situation.
Just want to make things a little spicy. Had to get it hot and banana for a bit. Now Chetsky from the top. They're gonna be walking right below that wall, and they're gonna take down Santa Claus.
Barber gets 2 there though.
Big
the worst
kills
thing
from
to happen.
Barber. Yeah, great trade activation. That's what we've been seeing from ATL a lot of this game, though. It's like when one player goes down, they're ready to trade, and they do just that.
Yeah, I mean, really, these past few rounds, the card counters have done a really nice job of executing and then pulling out right before the trade frag comes in. So now it's going to be 4v3. Barber on low HP has the op.
Looks like we're seeing HR start to regroup. And they've been doing a good job on these 3-person site takes. And now with Barber on very low HP.
This is very awkward, yeah, because he's going so far into CT, but obviously CT is going to be smoked here. So it's just going to be neat to defend this B bomb site.
Yeah, and he has an op, so going through the smoke, it's not going to be really that much spam coming through. Neat in this back box. Does get 1 kill. Going for the shots, gets a second. Neat, you're hungry. You're looking for a third. And now Paris switches it off the op to the AK. AK off the new box, but he gets taken down by Barber with a big round. Tied up here at 13.
Neat was put in that position in regulation, and he wasn't able to find a single kill that round in overtime when it mattered the most. He was able to lock down the bomb site, play his life, and find 3. Sorry, I think he only found 2, actually. I may have lied. Yeah, I lied.
Now here we are. Fast B play happening now. Barber with the collateral! Gets traded. Lots of damage done to the remaining players. There's only 1 on B at the moment. The back turn, no kill! And now it's gonna be a 3v3 post plant. And this is where, if you're HR, you need to take as much site control as you can. Go wide, and Paris is gonna hold Banana with a big kill. And now he's looking for jet ski, but he does get the trade. And now it's a 2v2 on this retake. Hit on both players. Gravia really just dumping a lot of the util. Jet ski still has a lot as well.
So much time in this.
That's dark and mid sight that have been mollied out. That's a lot of info. And that's a kill from Agravia. Now Clutch in this 1v2. Spots 1 player, but he turns in just the wrong time. Jetski gets it. And it's going to be 14-13 going into this next half of overtime 1.
This overtime has absolutely everything you could ask for. Both star players coming out. Actually, Knees having a quiet overtime because all the plays have been happening for the card counters over towards this B bomb site. Barber with the collateral to open up the round. Whiff shots from Neat though. I thought the round was done after that, especially whenever Parrish found that pick. Got a little greedy. They ended up paying the price, losing the round. 14-13. Argonauts have this lead. If this is their map pick, they still need to convert on this T side.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what was going on with HR's post plants there. It feels like they weren't going in with much confidence, weren't sure how much control they had, because it wasn't just that round, it was around a little bit ago where they had a lot of time on B. They get 2 or 3 kills, and then they're not taking really any control of Church. And that was really biting them there. And now we're going to see Parrish and Jetski have a duel at mid. It looks like it might not be happening. Barber going to be up close, gets spotted by Parrish. Parrish gets a big kill to open up the CT round for them. And Char gets a kill as well. Meanwhile, does get taken down by Gravia.
Oh, Sinky.
And Barber takes down Sinky. And now Parrish is going to be the only player left to hold it down. And he misses his shot as well. ATL look poised to take their match point. As it's a 3v2, a side advantage.
The blue and orange mixed me up again. Yeah, they are going to give it a look. The card counters not wanting to concede match point.
Really tough. You're only on 20 seconds left on this retake. You're not sure where any of these 3 players are. And that's going to be info. Only 11 because that brick wall is so thick. And that Molly's going to push them to a save. You have to save. There's no reason to stay here. You're not going to get it. He's going for it. Jetski gets him. That's going to be match
How many
point.
people are gonna go down to this bomb here? Looks like at least 2. So Barber and Tajetski going down. Gravia getting out with the AK, but match point for the Argonauts. A round that started off really well for the card counters. Sinky though, just not fully prepared. And Boiler missed shot from Parrish. A rare sight to see. Even the greats do miss sometimes.
I mean, it's kind of what we were talking about T-side a little bit. A lot of these players are going down in non-tradable scenarios. Both Sinky and Char, a little bit too far from each other, go down when there's a 5v3 advantage.
Oh, that nade. Parrish at 55 HP in such a crucial round. But you're absolutely correct. Oh, another nade. Clueless going down to 36 HP. Both of these players already so beat up. 1 minute and 30 left in this round. Argonauts, great start.
Yeah, Argonauts, they're just continuing their solid T-side that they were having, just playing this round out slower, trying to bait out that information, bait out that utility.
Utility. See if they brave through it. Trying to spam Parrish.
Now Clueless and Neat. Clueless is going to get timinged here.
Looking.
It's shot in the
very
side, and
clueless.
that's going to open up so much map control. Bomb is starting already to move up towards B. As they imagine, they have the card counters on their heels a little bit this round, uneasy about which sites to hold. Gravia going to be the activator here at the bottom of Boiler. Char sees it.
Bomb doesn't know what to do here. Char's gonna start looking.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, Char heard that. He gets the kill.
And he gets
And
out.
knows there's one
somehow.
more alt mid. He gets out, survives, but the B take is happening. It's a big kill from Parrish, but he does eventually go down. And that's going to be Sight planting the bomb. And this is what we want to see. Barber taking deep church control. This is what you need. That CT smoke going to make it so they shouldn't expect one here. And now this is going to be very tough. They do have the kits in hand. Sinky should be clearing this. Only has one angle to clear at the moment. Barber gonna come out. He gets the kill. And now it's just gonna be a 1v2 Char. You are looking
Finds the
for it. You
shot.
get the kill. Now it's
Doesn't
gonna be
have a smoke.
1v1. When the player's at CT, you're not sure where he is. You're looking at the right spot, but you're not yet sure. That's util. That's a flashbang. You're shooting, and he's not peeking. He's going to stick it. He's going to jiggle. And Barber gets the round. 16-13. Atlantis is on top.
He had the angle to defuse from, but Atlantis winning the map 1. Great performance from all the players.
I mean, that was just really back and forth, and that's why we're so excited to be able to craft this Challenger Grand Final here for you. Both these teams coming out swinging. I will say, the card counters, they looked a little bit lost on a lot of this map. A lot of these trades, I feel like they weren't just playing with enough cohesion. But even though I say that, they were shooting like crazy, and they made it a lot closer than I feel it should have been. I feel like Atlantis had a lot more control of that map throughout the entire game.
Yeah, they pushed it into overtime whenever they had no business of doing so, but we are going to throw it back to the analysts to break down what happened on that map 1.
Dude, can you ask for a better game 1?
No, I don't think you could. That was cinema.
That was amazing. That, like, I have all these notes, and I just keep seeing constantly, like, they just traded each other. Like, some team would get a kill, the other team would get another kill, and then you would just be down to like a 2v2. They'd get the site, and then there'd be an insane retake. I'm so happy that this is the game 1. I hope the rest of the series continues like this. Yeah, could we actually get the score back up? Like the not the score, but the the stats. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Doodle, what do you see? Well, like anything you want to call out here, because there's some interesting numbers.
Give a shout out to Barb, man. 25 kills is your
100%.
IPL? That's what you want to see. That's what you wanna
100%.
see.
100%. Yeah, I think Parrish as well. I like just so many huge kills. I think something that I was noting, especially in the first half, ATL was really. It seemed like they were kind of trying to carry Neat a little bit. Neat took a while to activate, but when he did, oh my god, there were some fantastic holds. There's an amazing hold on B towards the end there. That I'm not sure they get that game without that round. Yeah, knees obviously some huge 4Ks there as well. But yeah, I think the standout is Barber. Agravia, honestly, like silent killer. Like so many kills picked up there. But I think HR had a slump in the middle there, and ATL kind of just won the endurance game. You know, they're the water, right? Like they flow, they erode their enemy, and like it just kind of that's how it crumbled.
That's exactly what happened. That's a great way to put it. HR started off strong in that first half, getting like the first, I think they had the first 3, 4, and then ATL just went on like a run, getting up to 6, I think, 6 in a row. And I mean, if HR would have locked in there at the beginning of that first half, it would have been wraps.
Yeah. No, I have in my notes here. It says by round 5, ATL only had 1 round. It was the first gun round, but it was just like the bonus. So HR didn't really have full anything. So by that point, it was like 4-1, and then at half, we're looking at 6-6. So ATL really just kind of stopped that initial momentum from HR. And you know, there was some back and forth in the second half, but I think yeah, ATL really just played the long game, which is what we were looking for. And honestly, like, I think if HR had won that first game, I feel like HR is kind of a momentum-based team, and I would be scared if they had won that. But now I'm worried for them. I'm worried that they're like kind of cracking a little bit. You know, everyone's getting tired. It's like 11 p.m. here. That was a super long game, almost as long as you could, you know, realistically go, and they still maybe have 2 more games. So, you know, it's their pick next, but it's also like a super puggy map coming up. We got Dust. So, like, what are you looking for going into that?
Well, the key takeaway is HR's map pick is the map for ATL. They're undefeated. ATL is undefeated on Dust 2 this season. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it was a bad pick, but I would have maybe turned cheek to it if I was picking as HR there.
Yeah. No, like, I mean, it's always a gamble. Like, the map vetoes are always sketchy. Like, there's always like an element to it that is a huge gamble. You know, high rollers, no pun intended. But like, yeah, I'm scared. I'm looking for a huge performance from someone on HR to kind of just like shut down ATL. But you know, ATL has the luxury of time here. They can just they could just go to a game 3, which looks like Nuke. So I think that they're pretty good on Nuke too. So like, yeah, I don't know. I predicted 2-0 ATL. So like, I'm being proven right so far, but I want to see a game 3.
Yeah, no, I think a game 3 that would make a lot of smilers smile. Especially Rich Money. I think Rich Money is out here wanting his team to
Dude, shout out Rich Money.
Make the comeback. No, shout out Rich Money. That's my guy. Day one. But no, if I was in this situation, if you were in this situation, down 1-0 or down 0-1, I guess is the better way to put it. How are you feeling in that? You're not feeling great.
I mean, we'd be going on to our pick, so like, in theory, I'm happy about that. I think they want to like get this done fast. Like I would want to probably do something pretty risky to get game 2 over quickly to get into game 3 so that your players are not like completely exhausted and it's the 1 a.m. kind of thing, because there's like a real physical component to it. You know, they're probably all drinking energy drinks and stuff, but like, yeah, I mean, there isn't a ton of time for analysis either. Like they kind of just have to get into it. And yeah, I don't know, do we know which side they start on? Because that could be a big component.
Kono, I'm looking at you. One more time.
Card counters are going to start on T. Okay. So yeah, I guess we're looking for some like crazy clueless plays. It is Dust though. Like there's only so much you can do. Like everyone's seen Dust 2 a million times. Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Yeah, and I'm actually looking at I'm pulling up my stats for when we played the card counters on Dust 2. Their Dust 2 T side was rough. We had them 9-3 on T. They got 3 rounds in a row, and then other than that, that was it on their T side for the half. So, I mean, starting off on T side Dust, I mean, yeah, it's a puggy map. Oh, I heard casters are gonna be coming back on here. Match is starting, so
let's go.
Awesome work, guys. And we are going right into it. Map 2, card counters pick of Dust 2. Needing to make a comeback into this series if they want to reap glory.
I mean, they are just going in so fast, and we're going to see this contact up close at long, and it's going to be a double entry coming in from Clueless, and it's a big kill from Agravia. Gets shut down by Char, and now it's going to be a 4v2 advantage as they scurry up the long. And now Jetski looking to jump over here, falls to elevator just a bit, and we're seeing a lurk, or not a lurk, flank here coming in from Barber. Planted towards long. At the moment, if no one's holding this, it could get interesting. Barber gets Char. And it's still a 3v2, however. They are looking to migrate towards Cat. They can still spot the bomb from there.
Jetsy's so
And out.
close.
Yeah, he is. He's sneaking, but Sinky turns around. A cowboy with his dual Berettas, and the shots are missing for Barber. And now they're struggling. Clueless gets another kill, put it a 3K, and 1 in the board here for the card counters.
Now, I do want to throw it back to something what the analyst said about their experience playing the card counters on Dust 2. They've seen the card counters win 3 in a row and then just kind of stall out. And we kind of got to see that on Inferno. After they won the first 3 rounds, they converted the pistol, won the buy afterwards, but then just kind of stalled out. So they need momentum. They need to convert on these much needed rounds.
Momentum is a lot harder to find when you're playing CT side of Dust 2. I've said it so many times before. It's the most uncomfortable map in my entire history of playing this game. And right now, the card counters are going to be taking A-bomb side once again. And for free as the B push happened here from ATL.
Something like B8 spray. Who supports B8?
I don't know, maybe they're just baiting you. And now we're seeing some spams through the smoke. And really not much contact, but Rickage does get wrecked there from 2 grenades. And now Char with his Mac 10. He pushed to the back of pit, gets another one, gets some support in the meantime. And now Jetski, the last player alive. Bullets being shot, and Char cooked up on that round. 2-0 now for the card counters.
Yeah, absolutely flawless start from the card counters. And for your team that is based on vibes, Dust 2 is the puggiest map. And this is a long spawn, but I don't believe they're actually going to rush it out long. This doesn't look like Clueless has that in mind. Just that nade doing so much damage. The double.
I feel like in the beginning of the season, we casted so much and saw grenades do absolutely nothing. And tonight we've seen about 5 grenade kills.
Yeah, no, there's been so much
beautiful to
util
see.
damage. obviously it's been on Inferno, but you'd love to see util damage on a map like Dust 2 as well.
Especially towards Catwalk. Long you get it a little more. Not really here. But the buy is in place. 3 MAC-10s, 1 Galil, 1 AK, and a full belt to util. Versus a bunch of M4s here. And light util from the Argonauts.
They want to do mid to B here, it seems like. Looks like the smoke's going to be coming out here shortly. They're actually going to have Clutch throw it.
And they're going to be swinging close. Jetski, that smoke isn't really going to do much. Smokes aren't walls. And that smoke through the mid is going to be tough. Now Jetski has to activate, but he gets torn up by Jetski. And now they're looking to crack into the B bomb site. Knees is trying to hold it down, playing around. But is able to lose the site. But meanwhile, at mid, there's going to be a bunch of kills. And now Char going to have to do a lot. But just has a MAC-10 and he's getting pushed. And now it's just going to be Clutch on the reload. And Agravia really just ran in there, cracked the heads on them. And that's going to be the first on the board for the Argonauts. And keeping 3 alive. Great for your econ.
Now this is a round, a very rare round where both teams actually come out winners. This is your bonus round. You didn't lose anyone round 2 for the card counters, and you were awarded a bomb plant. So you're going to see the op from Parrish come out. Actually, is someone going to buy him the op? I thought he had a lot more money. Char's going to be dropping him the op. Char, drop the op. Tech pause. Little tech pause action.
What did you do, Momo?
There it is. Drop it. Ooh, there he goes. Parrish gets the op. And I hope they're not talking about the round. Now they can, because the tech pause is over. DoorDash break, you know?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, towards this mid. I mean, Jetski went down, and I thought the round was over with 1 player. But somehow, Neat gets the 2 kills with the FAMAS. It just crumbles.
And now very up close, Clueless and Barber right around this box from each other. They can smell each other. And that's going to be info from Barber, spot in the shoulder. And now he's activating more. Parrish misses his shot. He's been on top of it this whole series. And that unlikely miss might turn the round on its head a little bit. But he is going to keep going through it and not going to get the shot off once again as Parrish. And he finds one more player, and it's a miss again. Jetski gets that kill, and that's going to be an op in hand for him.
Yeah, for completely free. Anytime a CT player can get an op for free, that's a win.
Stinky and Clutch combined for a kill onto Neat. That nade going to dumpster on the Clutch. And now just Stinky and Char on this 2v4. 1 player long, 1 player on A site. Flashbang coming up high from Cat, but non-committal are the T's.
This is a really awkward situation you put yourself in. So hard to develop anywhere. 38 seconds. And you're allowed a little bit of space mid. Mid to be smoke definitely helps. Did that miss? Oh my goodness.
I think the wind might have caught that smoke just a little bit. And now that's going to be so many players, but they don't need the smoke. Char has an AK. And now Barber in this corner with a great flashbang from his teammate. Gets the double spray. And we're all tied up here now at 2.
All tied up at 2 and a save that's going to happen for the card counters unless they just want to force buy this. Yeah, really nice flash. Parrish with some uncharacteristic misses. That nade that Clutch just took right on the head.
Now we're looking at this eco round. Gonna see what the card counters, what the high rollers elect to do. All of them kind of pressed up right behind this palm tree. We are seeing a smoke towards the mid doors. And they're just going to be scurrying up this catwalk, but Barber takes down Clueless. And as fast as Milk, the high rollers are going to be moving up catwalk. Jetski gets a kill onto Stinky. And this is all tough. That's a good kill from Jetski and Agravia. Just a combination. So many kills for them.
Yeah, Jetski and Agravia, that is a wonderful 1-2 punch to have. Both of those players played a big part in securing the Inferno map win. Right now they're looking so solid on Dust 2.
Now we're going back into another gun round. This CT side has been so strong for the Argonauts, but this is kind of what we talked about pre-game. It's a coin flip of a map. Whoever's coming out shooting is going to win here. You can't outstrat someone on this map.
Yeah, but one thing Argonauts did was trade really well on Inferno. Barber has the hot hand, was the MVP of map 1. He's locking down mid so far.
Absolutely. Barber is getting a lot of damage through that door at the moment. However, no real long presence here from the T side. 3 players look to be pressing up towards Catwalk with Clutch leading the charge.
That play could be really good. The long player is going to start to help. There's 3 towards this A bomb site, but 1 stuck in pit. Lurk smoke coming out.
Yeah, there's still 2 players here towards the A-bomb site. 1 towards ramp, 1 towards Goose. Good flashbang coming up from Agravia, and it's a good kill on the Clutch. And these kills really just going all the way here, but Parrish and Clueless do kind of bounce back. 25 seconds left in this round. Bomb's starting to rotate, but Neat has taken some forward position.
Oh, no, he saw him.
And that's info. That's a spot. And Clueless gets the kill onto Neat. And that's going to be the site coming on board here for HR.
Oh my goodness.
Turned around. The timing was so close. Knees might be able to drop the bomb, and he does. And the bomb's down at Carr. They're not going to have any time. Now Paris picks up the bomb, and it's too little. It's too late. And now they're going to be hunting you down after time. And you do manage to stay alive, but it's going to be 4-2 now.
Much needed timeout for the card counters as they look so disjointed. They were gifted away back into that round. But just some weird decision making from Parrish. Decided to go window. I thought he was going to play close to CT to help his teammate cross. But as soon as he went window, allowed his teammate just to get it executed while trying to cross with the bomb with such little time.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it on Inferno. We saw how ATL was playing so much better as a team, and right now I feel like it has just been multiplied here. You're seeing how disjointed right now HR is playing. Their trades are not coming into place. They're not playing off each other very well, and right now ATL is doing just that.
ATL looked so solid all series. This flash from Clueless is going to bombard this off. Let's see if it actually gets any value. It absolutely does not. Jetski takes it down and gets out of there.
And they eventually do get a kill, and now in this corner on the scaffolding, Clueless does take out Barber.
Whoa.
And that's another kill on the Jetski. So now this bomb should be going down, planted for tunnels. And now this is where they're starting to bite back. It can make things just a little bit spicier.
These players will be grouping up towards door. A couple flashes and a smoke to work with.
Yeah, that flash. Clueless gonna turn away. That's gonna be a good kill. Good trades here for the CT side as Argonauts do collect. And that's gonna be 5 on the board. ATL. I don't know about you, Momo, but I'm getting nervous that they could really run away with this.
Yeah, I mean, that was an eco round, and it honestly hurts more that you came that close to winning it. Like, if you would have just got stomped on that eco round, it's whatever. It was your save. You had Tech 9s, you forced bot, didn't really work. Buy next, but you came so close. You had a 2v2 on site in theory. It was just the post plants that struggled, that haunted them in map 1. Came back to bite them.
Now we're looking at a long rush. We have not really seen this from the T side outside of pistol round. 1-for-1 is the trade on launch so far. Neat kind of going to be caught in the open, and it's a big kill here from Parrish. And now 2 players in this CT position at the moment here, coming in from the Argonauts, as 4 are looking to scale up. 1 rotating back, 1 got all the way up to Cat. Now 1 has jumped up on the site. It's Knees. Gonna throw this nade onto ramp. It's gonna dunk 2 players for half health. He gets mollied out. But man, Knees has done a lot in this round. Now both players are looking to wrap around long. I like this play. It might be a little bit too late for ATL, but I think it's really heads up for what you want to do with the space you want to make. Sinky gonna be up close on this corner. And it's gonna be a good kill from Parrish. Good trade from Jetski.
Sinky
Now
doesn't peek
Sinky.
off that.
And close, very close. And it's a good kill from the Jetski. Jetski's been cooking now, both these players on half health. Bomb is starting to tick down, however. 15 seconds on that timer. Switch to the M4. And this is where it gets dicey. You aren't gonna, you do catch Clueless. And now Clutch on the bomb site. And Clutch is gonna clutch it out. And that's a 3rd round on the board here for HR.
But they
Oh my
lose
goodness.
absolutely everything to win it. Oh my goodness, indeed. To Jetski with the play, and it's all because Sinky didn't swing whenever Parrish got picked with the op. Right there, Sinky would have swung. He was frozen. He was scared. Did not want to become a victim of the quick scope.
Which is crazy because I know ATL has been the more organized team throughout this season. However, HR has a lot of players who have had deep playoff runs before, who have been here before. You'd expect them to be more settled into a game like this. And right now, ATL, they look like the seasoned team.
The smoke Clutch not ready for him at all, and once again we see the card counters just not playing tradable. So advantage awarded to the Argonauts. Barber's gonna be taken down though. This mid to B is on.
Yeah, that one and done angle might bite them in middle, but Jetski and Agravia are still on B. 2v2 is the scenario as the hold happens. That Molly and window makes it awkward, and Agravia and Jetski close it down. That B is locked down, and Argonauts are locked in 6-3. Now,
Take a timeout here, card counters. You are losing this game by a wide margin. I know it's just 3 rounds, but take a look at your economy and just look about how these rounds have been going. I mean, sure, you converted your pistol, converted the conversion round, but you're not playing tradable. There's no cohesion here.
now it's going to be a pistol buy once again. And that nade onto Clutch and Char. And now Gravia on an off angle, get that spray down. Gravia and Knees do combine for 2 kills. It's a good fight back though from Char. And now Knees kind of getting chased down. He should be getting chased down, but Neat is there. Neat is ready. And Neat wants it. Neat sees it. And Clueless now gonna back up with this AK reloading, making noise. Right around this corner is gonna be Jetski. And Barber actually cleans it up. 7 rounds on the board here for ATL.
ATL has all the momentum here, looking to add to the trophy collection. They have the Season 10 Challenger Trophy. They want the Season 18. It's just been such a deflating start for this card counters team. Parrish op in his hands. The way the economy has been, that is a rare sight to see. He needs to be able to pick up these kills though. We've seen some missed shots from him.
Yeah, this is not looking good right now. Only 2 rounds left in this half. And I mean, CT side, I mean, T side is supposed to be the easier side on this map. Molly is going to go down and long. A good spray, a good crossfire. Gravia gets two, and Neat gets another. Barber on another side of the map gets his. And now already alone, Paris the Opper, sitting behind Kara on long. They're going to be hunting him down. Try not to give any 1v1s, and that's another missed shot. Oh no, Parrish. Now you're getting pushed out from everywhere. Suicide, top, mid, and long. Get a nice flick on the Barber. Has a chance, gets a second kill on the jet ski. Finds the third. That nade takes you down to 14 now. One bullet in the chamber. One at long. One towards top mid. You already saw how close top mid was. He was just in sniffing range, and now you're going to be walking right in the middle of two players.
There's no way he's going to be ready for this player.
Shadow's big. And Neat gets him, shuts him down. 8 on the board here for the Argonauts.
Pretty risky play. Parrish making a good run of it. 8-3. You need 4 minimum here if you're card counters. This is your map pick. Does not seem like it at all.
Running out onto long once again. You are full blind. And the kills once again are going for CT side. They just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And the trades keep going to ATL. This is insanity at this point. And now it's a 2v4 scenario. You are scaling up Cat. But they're playing retake. They don't need Cat control. That's going to be the fight at Car. Clutch does get that opener. Right now, High Rollers, I would imagine they just want to play it for Cat. That's where you came from. That's the only place you know is relatively safe.
No, one more player's long. That's big info. See one more CT. That's 2 out of the 3 players.
Big kill, though, from Char. Right now, this is really still doable for ATL, and Chajetsky is going to close it down. What a half from them. 9 for the Argonauts.
The card counter's not looking confident at all. The Argonauts playing like superstars, especially a Gravia at the moment. 1,400 damage, 15 and 8. But yeah, they only committed 2 players to that long push, and you caught it spot on. It's insanity at this point. I don't know what they're expecting. They've neglected the B side of the map. And that's honestly where they found a lot of success. Look at the utility damage from knees. The pickup mid-season.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to take anything away from Atlantis because they are playing out of their minds. But watching how this game is going, I don't even know why the High Rollers picked this map.
No, I completely agree. And I mean, playing like this, even if you do somehow find a way to win this map, I mean, you have to play a map like Nuke, which is the most cohesive map out there. You have to be glued together. And I just don't see them winning a map like Nuke, nevertheless making a comeback on their own map pick of Dust 2. Let's see if they can prove us wrong.
Liking the potential push here for ATL. Their trades have been good. Stacking 4 together on this B push is good for them. They're going to maybe find Car. It's a lot of bullets. Now one on site. There's a good shot at this last one. And out of nowhere, it's only going to be Char left in this round. 1v3 is the scenario. He is moving on the site, not able to find where someone is. And he goes down. 10 on the board here for ATL.
I need to see that shot from a Gravy again. That was insane. And that is how you take a site right there. It's not 2 players walking in after a poorly thrown flashbang. It's 4 Ts barreling in. Just this flick on to the player on site.
That was great.
Oh,
12 bullets to take out Car, 1 bullet to take out site.
Just adds to the Argonauts. But hey, let's play devil's advocate. This is a start that the card counters had on this side of the map. They're able to make the conversion, but ever since the conversion, it's been all downhill. Maybe the Argonauts will have the same luck.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Argonauts are kind of just turning into a snowball and rolling downhill. Look at them all playing together. This is a map where you have the biggest hitters can take it from a strategy team. And right now, the biggest hitters are ATL. Barber going to get a flank, going to get the 1 kill. Clutch is on very low HP. He's going to sneak his way onto Catwalk. Agravia does punish Paris for pushing. And now it's last going to be Clueless. Walking up through long just with this USP. Looks to maybe play some exits. He's going to come out and get shut down. 11 here for ATL. The wave is too big.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to take anything away from ATL here. I mean, look at just the kills difference on each side of the map. Obviously, it's a stomp, but man, it's just so even on the side of ATL. It's not like one person's carrying. Well, Gravy's kind of carrying. I'm not gonna lie. But still, everyone else is following in his footsteps at 10 kills. There's not a single player on ATL with single-digit kills.
Parrish, though, walking up lower by himself, gets 1.
That just favors the tees.
Yeah.
Trying to make something
We're
happen.
ready for
though.
that many players. Clueless gets dunked with that nade as it rolls over the top of his head.
He just scroll wheel through the...
Wonder
Yeah,
what's
what-
going to be happening here. In this scenario, I don't know. I might like a mid to B here. Bomb goes upper by himself, 3 through middle.
They are ready for mid to be. It would be a crazy call if they could somehow find the play to send someone long. I mean, Catwalk here. There's only one player on this A-bomb site. They're going to start shifting Clueless over. It is going to be the mid to B. 2 players lined up towards tunnels. 2 players towards mid. Here comes the
We're
smoke.
seeing the mid to B smoke. Like we said, they're relatively ready, but the closest they can be is behind a smoke in CT. You still have a 4v2 on the actual B take. This flash is coming up high. Knees starting to go through. Knees is
no,
going to
it's
molly. And that jet ski scout is going to do some damage. Jet ski with another kill onto Jar, sinking out in the back of sight. Needs to come alive, but all he's good for is a dink. And now it's going to be Clueless planning a relatively safe position. But Clueless is on half health. Nade going to go on the site. Not going to get the low HP player. Molly going to land on site now, but
Molly.
Neat takes himself out. And right now it looks like Clueless might be taking themselves out of this round too, giving match point to ATL.
Yeah, that gives series point to ATL, 12-3. I don't want to deem anyone champions before the map's even over, but I mean, we've been talking about this for quite some time. ATL just looks unstoppable.
Yeah, ATL, how they've been playing all season, how they've been doing, how they've been playing this map. They absolutely deserve to come away with this. This is a team. This is a unit. And they're looking to hold this trophy, hold this emoji together. And we caught a glimpse of their spawn right before this. They had a lot of players push towards B. 12-3? That might be a fun change of pace to do.
Yeah, I think you send it all 5 on a B rush, win this trophy together, and here they come. Let's see if they sneak in the lower here. I don't think they have any intentions of doing that.
They're going to smoke that molly. Thinky up close. Gonna get 2 kills. Char gets a 3rd. And this ends up being very bad. Barber now just in this 1v4.
Make the play.
Gonna have a 1v1 against Clutch. But Clutch does hit his shot now. And that's gonna be 4 on the board now for HR.
Yeah, I mean, what does that round really do? Like you said, there was a B spawn. The calculated team decided to play off the vibe.
I mean, it's one of those. You have the spawn. If you lose it, you laugh it off. If you win it, that's a fun way to end it.
Yeah, I mean, you have so many rounds to play with here. And I mean, now you're even on pistols, but this long is not contested at all. And this could get really dangerous really fast if you're part of the card counters. Depends how close are they allowed to get.
Arabia does get shut down quick, though. That was the one person on the hero AK. 2 still on site. It's going to be a kill from Parrish. A Deagle is still here, but Parrish gets a second. Parrish gets a third. And now looking for more. Sinky does close it up, and that's 5 on the board for the counters.
On the board, indeed. There's still any fans of the card counters left in chat. They need all your energy and more. Do you believe in the comeback? As ATL left their mark in history.
Now the question is, are there any ATL fans in the chat? Can we get some fish noises? Some glubs?
There's a lot of ATL fans in chat. Their team's about to take home the trophy. Of course they're in the chat.
Now we're settling in on this round number 18. Series point for so many more rounds. Smoke through middle. Right now ATL kind of just playing this default nade. I thought that would have done more.
Just a little too
Only 12 on a Barber though. Clueless brought down pretty low. Clutch brought down a bit as well. And there's going to be a couple flashbangs. Not going to be enough though to stun Clutch, but it's a 1-for-1 trade at middle. However, Barber is brought down to 2 HP.
I like this from Clueless a lot. Still playing close cat. He can tell his team right now that they're not up cat, and he's actually... Oh, I thought he was going to go through the smoke there. It's a risky play. Could be a championship losing play. Bomb still outside long here. 4v4, 45 seconds left. They're going to have to make a decision quick. Someone has to get this bomb.
Once again, mid-door smoke is happening. Neat. Oh my gosh, he kicks
Now
the
you have to run
smoke.
back. You have to run back and grab the bomb. This does not give you enough time at all. You're going to have to hope to execute towards cat to Jetski. Spots Clueless on the corner.
Yeah, what's
19
going on?
seconds. It's a save.
Are they saving?
Yeah, there's no way. Really quick, I do just want to take a look at the utility damage again. We saw knees with over 350. Yeah, look at him at 430 utility damage. A mortar in his back pocket. Now 3 rounds in a row.
I do not think ATL should buy here. And Moma, I've told you before, I hate saving. I hate saving on the T side.
Timeout's called. Mac 10.
You're either forcing or you're playing with mismatched economy.
They have the rounds. They're going to force it. I mean, why not? You still have 6 rounds to give. You either catch them off guard.
I mean, they had 9 rounds to give earlier. So,
it's true. Argonauts just trying to put a stop to this would-be cosmetic comeback for the card counters. You don't want these players to get rolling. I mean, right now it's just Parrish 17 and 12 looking for anyone else on the side of the card counters to step up as we get a tech pause. Someone's got to take a PP before this final round starts. That somebody is me. I'm following.
HR.
I thought I was going to say.
Spirit. Oh.
Spirit?
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to say something a little controversial here. I'm not a big Dragon Ball guy.
That is a thing to say of all time.
It's a controversial take, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, me personally, I wouldn't say that out loud, but you know.
Here we go. So the force buy ATL decided to do. It looks like they're going to be contesting long. This could go really south really fast as well. Dink.
Ooh, that dink.
Clueless.
That's why you send the Tech 9s first. That running accuracy is really pretty. And now they have long control. I like this. I like this. Get the hell out of long. You don't have the guns to take it. Reset somewhere else. You already pushed the CTs off.
Doesn't look like they have any intention of resetting it unless one of these lurks finds someone. Gravia. 19 and 10. 120 damage around. Has the hero AK. With Tajetsky. Looking to make a little Momo magic happen.
It's really going to come down to what these lurks on this map do. Barber with a good flash to push Catwalk back. And now we're seeing the rotate out of long. Over to mid. Jetski does get a nice pick on the Char. Parrish gonna peek out. He gets an op kill onto Jetski.
Nice.
Gets another as Knees jumps up. He's hungry. He wants more.
That's
it's
so
not
aggressive.
necessary though. And now it's a 3v3. Op is picked up. And up close, that Mac-10 gets a kill onto a lit player. Both these teams have players overheating. And it's another kill for Barber. That is monumental. And now Sinky in a 1v3 has to come up big. And ATL, I imagine they're not going to give these 1v1s. Force him to retake. That's all you need to do.
He's gonna have to
Play
go right for
together.
it.
He does not have the time to kill all of you and find all of you and kill all of you. Now it's starting to happen. Sinky flashes out, getting touched by the Molly, getting hit by that Molly quite a bit. And now he's trying to jump up on this elbow, gets one kill onto Neat. 20 seconds in the round, and now 0 seconds in the game. 13-6. Atlantis are your season 18 Challenger champions.
Just so much overheating, unnecessary, but that has been the tale of the game. Cohesiveness versus a mess. Parrish with 2 nice shots, but once they get aggressive, is feeling it, goes for the no-scope up close, unable to hit it. And ATL just take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, this is where preparation really meets opportunity, right? ATL has been dominating, or not dominating, but they've been working together and improving throughout this season. And right now, they really showed it. They a lot of these picks were back and forth. I think most of the picks over on these polls here actually picked HR, and right now ATL kind of just shut the door on that and ran away with this. They were the team. They looked dominant. They deserve to be here. Congratulations to Jetski. Congratulations to Knees, Agravia, Barber, Neat. You guys have earned your place in CSC's history, and congratulations.
And it's not the outcome that you wanted if you are the high rollers, but it is no small task making it to the finals. They gave one hell of a run on map 1. Just got blasted with music. They gave one hell of a run on map 1. No shame in second. No glory either.
Yep, and now ATL gets to celebrate with the emojis in hand. And yeah, I mean good news for them. So thank you guys for popping in here. I'm T-Noodle and this was Momo. We were happy to cast for you guys tonight. And our analysts are going to be taking it away from us in just a moment.
ATL up, baby! Congratulations.
ATL.
We got a Gravia and Knees here for a post-match interview. That was amazing. Yeah. Congrats, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a very fun series.
I'm gonna be honest. All credit to HR, but I don't know who it was, but I saw one of them bragging before the series about how they roll out of bed to play their matches. And I'm wondering, did they even get out of bed for this one?
How do they?
Like,
all right, who's rolling out of bed at like 9:30 at night?
I don't understand it. I mean, they did so well on Inferno. They clawed it to overtime against a really technical team, and then they go Dust 2 and it just falls apart. I don't know what happened. I'm curious what was going on for you guys inside the server. Like, what did it feel like?
I mean, for me personally, I hate nukes, so we were ready for it to be a 2-0. Otherwise, I would have had to suffer on the last one. So I was really happy, especially with how close that Inferno was, that we were able to close it out on Dust.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed to be working on Dust until we kind of were throwing rounds near the end, but managed to close it out. The first game felt like a slog, though, and it was. That was a lot of back and forth.
I have a note here that says, it just says Agravia bullying HR in all caps. Like halfway through the game.
I was hitting some shots that surprised me too, can't lie. I think on pistol round, on T-pistol on Dust 2, I like had 3 bullets left and just like hit a random headshot on
Yeah. We had a replay of that. I don't know, that looked kind of suspicious. I don't know, dude.
Accidentally hit that aim key. It's L, by the way.
I've been told to ask you both to make fish noises. Like imitate a fish underwater.
I really don't. I don't know what the fucking noises they make. I don't know.
Dude, I was trying to get the soundboard to bail me out, but there is no soundboard.
That's a very.
Doodle, you want to do some fish noises? You want to do some fish noises for us because they're too embarrassed?
No, dude. Hit a little glub glub. You feel? I need it out of them. They're the champions, not me, man.
Glub glub, ATL up. I don't know. It's
Dude, why fish noises?
What
you guys are the fish
imagine?
That's what chat wants.
Yeah, I saw it at Glub Glubs.
Blub. That's all you're getting from me.
Okay. Fair enough. Knees, how do you feel after such a crazy season? Going between tiers and getting cut and getting signed? Like, what?
I mean, I was just very surprised when I was like, very randomly subbing for people in like their scrims and stuff, and then I actually scrimmed for ATL in a match and managed to do well and got picked up and ran the rest of the season pretty well, and then kind of got carried in playoffs by everyone. Kind of had a match or two where they popped off, but it's a cool run. Yeah, everything kind of just clicked for us.
Yeah, I think before you joined, we had like a 30% win rate, and then after you joined, we only dropped like 1 match or something like that.
I feel like, I was able to just do the dumb like aggro rolls or kind of baity spots. I liked running in, and I don't know.
Yeah,
Dumb
I mean,
Counter-Strike.
you had some
Everyone
great
else has
holds.
all the great executes and stuff, and I just run through smokes. But no, everyone just seemed to gel really well. Barber's IGLing just like popped off. Like,
dude, shout out Barber. What a performance.
Real shout
Holy
out.
cow.
he would, fragging IGL.
Yeah, where's EQZ at? Where's my fragging IGL?
Barber really
Holy
didn't
cow,
want to do
man.
it either. He was like really hoping that he didn't have to IGL this season, but then he ended up doing a great job anyway. So shout out big time.
Yeah. I also want to say Parrish, huge performance as well. I have a note here from the last match that just says Parrish trying to pull his team kicking and screaming, but gets greedy and ATL is too tight. I think that was the last round, or he got like an op. Round. He got like 2 op picks and then pushed out.
Yeah, I was doing some dumbassery as well. I like jumped randomly in the final round and got me killed. That was fun. It was like an interesting series. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was like kicking and screaming. I mean, we were just of dust. No. I mean, I think we were undefeated on dust, or we did pretty well in every match.
You were, but I mean, like in the series, were you like stressed that you didn't want to go to nuke? So like this is it. So there's a lot of pressure on dust.
I mean, the nuke thing was mostly just me. I think my team actually likes nuke. So
is it not like every best of series is like that, where you're like, we can win it in 2. I really don't want to go to the 3rd map when you have a lead. So yeah, of course you're feeling that, but
we thought dust would be the decider. We didn't think that it would be their pick, honestly.
Yeah, I question it too. Especially after that first game. But I think they they rolled the dice. They tried to count the cards, didn't work out.
Holy cornball.
We have themed franchises and you guys are all scared of making like puns.
You make puns all the time? I don't.
Actually, I have puns in my notes. Wait. I actually have it in all caps. Round 6, it says ATL starts strong, but a fumble from Neat gives HR an opening. But Denise plant to win. Like I spelled denies, but it's Denise because you denied
really
the plant.
Bad. That is awful. I'm sorry.
I didn't say it was good.
No, I like it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys know I'm a fan of the puns in the chat, so love to see that.
They're probably better read than spoken.
No, you should try casting with T-Noodle. They're definitely better read than spoken.
Man, the stream is so delayed. I have my girlfriend messaging me right now saying, "Make fish noises, you coward."
Dude, I
you gotta do it.
Why are you so shy? You just won a championship, and you guys come in and you're like, "No, I'm not gonna make fish noises."
What's a good?
Boop.
Just during the stream, the people were hyping you up. I said, "All right, ATL fans, make glub noise or fish noises, dude." I was trying to get you some cheers for you guys.
I'm sorry.
You know who you play for, all right? If it like,
I was a little busy.
Yeah.
Glubs are going crazy in the chat now.
Glub, ATL on top. I don't.
There you go, dude. There you go.
That's the second time.
Say it with passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys don't care. I think we got to run it back. I think HR needs another shot at this. They'd be screaming in here.
Bring it.
Oh. So, I mean, any plans coming into going into next season?
That's what.
Huh? Any plans?
I don't know. You should have interviewed Bar. He's the GM, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. If that's how the league works. I don't know.
Hey, they can't say
that to me.
I've been ATL only since I joined CSC, so I don't even know what else there is.
There's like a golf franchise, I think. There's like a bird one. There's Boo Crew, just saying.
I don't think there's any fish. I'm just saying.
You guys are the fish.
You are literally the
Atlantis.
Oh, there is gone fishing.
Oh,
wait.
That's true. That's true. They're too new for me. That didn't register.
Well,
no, but they're pulling you guys out of the water. Yeah.
It didn't work.
Wait, so you guys aren't even the fish franchise. What are you? Just water franchise?
Do you not know what
champions.
Atlantis is? Are
Fish live in
you
Atlantis,
serious?
all right?
Like the movie?
Okay, thank you guys so much for joining us for this interview. Congratulations
Thank
on
you
the
for having
championship.
us.
You can not yap about fish noises for another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good night. Blub blub.
Alrighty, well,
Love it.
thank you guys. Thank you everyone for popping in here. Congratulations to ATL. I mean, I know I had such a wonderful time being here for this Challenger season, and it was just such a great time to cast these two great teams. I know Momo feels the same way. Momo, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I do actually have a lot of things. One, Atlantis makes Glub Glub. And two, big thanks to the analysts, Doodle. Oh no.
Nick?
Nick.
Come on, man.
Big thanks
Bro,
to
what?
Halo Crush.
What?
I'm sorry,
Come
I'm
on.
sorry. Big thanks to Halo Crush. Big thanks to Kono for making all this possible. And most importantly, big thanks to everyone who watched. It was a lot of fun. Stay tuned because tomorrow we have
2 grand finals for both prospect and recruit. It's going to be a banger. And then if you guys haven't heard it, per sources, contender grand final is going to be moving to next Tuesday. So yeah, I mean, we got a lot of fun ahead of us, and keep out for those media announcements. But yeah, that's going to do it all for us tonight. Thank you guys for joining. I'm T Noodle. That's Momo. We had Kono and Heel doing some producing and observing. Doodle and Nick doing some analyst work for us. And you guys
I'm so
cheering us
sorry,
on.
Nick. I'm really sorry.
I love you. Good night.
I don't know how to do it still.